What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Project 1999 in 2020. This is Everquest in 2020. I'll have to start every time by saying the graphics are not good. The graphics look like shit, but the game is really fantastic. It's really a fucking great game. You definitely have to play it for a couple of days, like a full weekend, go hard or something, and you get used to the graphics pretty damn quick, to be honest. You know, after a little while, you don't really notice that they're as shitty as they really are, because the game itself is so great, and you get immersed in, you know, everything that you have to do in the actual game. Today, we are going to SplitPaw. Level 39 now. I think last time I did an episode here, I was 38. I think I just killed guards to top it off to 39 and then got a little safety XP if I died or something. I'm bound pretty close by, so I don't think I'm going to change my blind spot. It's not going to make a huge difference. If I die, it's going to suck either way. Get rid of that copper, make some runnable weight. So we're going to SplitPaw again. However, I think we're going for a nice little trio this time with a monk, and I actually don't know the other class, but we'll find out right away. Okay, I'll just jump in. And let's do it. So I don't know my way around SplitPaw super well. However, I think of the monk straight at the entrance. So we should be able to figure it out here. I'm not sure if we'll need invis, but I'm going to go for that option right off the bat. Imagine we'll get an invite right away here. Maybe. Possibly. Just for the group, but I'm ready to invis us. And we'll follow and go. I thought there was a third, so I didn't invite him. So he's invis. And now I'm invis. All right, here we go. Here we go, and we're off. I think we're going to Ishva camp. He just kind of vanished on me there. I gotta love the 1999 graphics. Again, I don't super know my way around SplitPaw, but this is exactly where we went last time. Through this door, and then under a bridge, and then through another door. And through the little sketch part here, which is not that bad, but let's keep moving. Oh. Okay. We're jumping. Ain't that some shit? That's a nice shortcut. I like it. I like that he's making sure I'm there too. It's nice. Just gonna hide from any mobs. This looks like a nice little safe spot. I like this little cozy spot. This should be a good group. Anything with Monk Shaman is a good group, but just diving into a dungeon like that, there's going to be some good shit. Especially at 39. I think when I came here before, I was 35 or something. It doesn't seem like a huge difference, but it really is. Now I've got new spells at 39, so I've got Chloropast as a regen spell, which is fantastic. I got a new Poison Dot, which is considerably better. And just trying to focus on what he's doing. Also, probably a terrible time to recap gear while I'm trying to follow this dude. Shit. I'm gonna wait till that closes, and I'm gonna open that. Fuck. That's awesome. What are the chances of trying to follow somebody and the door just shuts in your face? I like it. It's funny. Anyway, I did go ahead and buy myself 2 chip bone bracelets. So I was hoping to actually loot myself some rune mithril bracers. Oh, his invis fell. Okay, there's a knoll right down the hill there. So this is a bit of a sketch spot, but we got it. Nothing can see us, so we're good here. If I sit, though, I might actually get sit aggro through the wall, based on this old ass game. So I'm just gonna not select myself, so I just hit escape. Okay, we're swimming. Yeah, let's go. You know, the breath in this game does last quite a while. It's intimidating. Like, it's actually kind of scary to go like on this thing. But I mean, look, the breath didn't even change yet. There's quite a bit of time. We can go up here for air. So they are quite generous with the breath in this game. However, there is times when you need to use enduring breath or dead man floating, which gives you underwater breathing. And then there's certain items that'll do it too. Oh, this dude's probably in our group too. This is a cozy little spot. Dope. I love this. I wish I could shrink. Oh, I can because we're in a dungeon. Fucking awesome. I'm used to like cozy as fuck. So just shrink myself here. Boom. That's better. Alright, let's pass out some buffs. I'm gonna keep that spot for slow. So what levels do we got here? We got a 45, definitely gonna be the main tanking monk.
Interrupted.
That's fine, I'll put it here. I need to move camp slightly so I can split mobs if you follow me. That's what he said. Cool. So this is the spot. So, you know, I do have a vision spell. It's called Vision, and I have another one that's called Creeping Vision. I might look up the difference between those two. And this would be perfect time to use that though, because it sees through a teammate's eyes, I think. But I don't want to use it and pull aggro and wipe the whole group. I don't know how it works really, so I don't want to fuck around while we're like just getting into it. I can mess around with that, and it's a less premium spot and group. But I would love to see what he's doing right now. That would be fucking great. I'm definitely gonna get that going for next time. Maybe even in this group, eventually I'll use it. Maybe I'll just look it up on the wiki. I just don't want to really mess around and cause issues before we even get rolling. That's not my objective here. As cool as it would be to see some crazy shit happen. So before I got into this group, I did rebuff recently. So mine are starting to wear off now, so I'll probably rebuff myself when I actually rebuff Pandem. So this could be juicy. So I'm level 39 now. Oh, I love having the new spell. So I got a new pet. I could summon a new pet. Again, I'm just gonna, because I'm not used to SplitPaw, I'm just gonna not summon a pet. Sometimes pets that are such a lower level than you are kind of sketchy in dungeons because their aggro range is so big, and my pets are greeny to me. So, you know, I don't know. I'm being obviously over paranoid. I just don't want to do anything to fuck it all up before we get going. But I am ready to rock out here. So Venom and the Snake, that's in the new dot. It's a good one. 160 mana. Okay, so this con's dark blue. I'm just gonna jump in and start slowing shit like I used to and see how much they hurt and kind of gauge it like that. In fact, I could just do the old root trick. That's just exactly what I'll do. Okay, and then Pandem, I never finished buffing you by any means. Okay.
Taste other.
Okay, so he's got, oh shit, add. So we'll just root the ad. And then Let's jump on the regens. Regens are probably the most important for mana. Well, all of it. Mana, regen, and haste. All of it. So just get the regen. Does he need a regen? Yeah, he's getting hurt, so we'll keep it up. That's a killer on the mana though, goddamn. So this is super cool. I got my other canny. That's the biggest deal about my level. Look at that mana. I'm just canny like crazy. Because it can refresh the global spell cooldown with telescope. So canny 1, canny 2 is just murders the mana gain. Okay, so I'm going to give him the talisman because I have it memmed, and then I'm going to put quickness on. They both have regen right now, which I do have tracked in Gina. I just used a buff, but I didn't pull aggro with that one. Okay. So I'm going to give Pandem the quickness first. I did not slow this fucking Knoll, but it's going to die so fast. I didn't slow the other one either. These guys are just going to murder. Maybe I won't... I kind of gotta gauge what I should be doing in a new group, pretty much in every group really. Just figure out your best rhythm. I am a fan of buffing though. Onto the strength for both of them. So I think I looked at the experience before I started. I'll just go ahead and say 40 mana. And I think it was just like pretty much just there. I don't think it's really moved that much. I mean, we haven't killed that many mobs, but I'm about 20% into 39. So we'll do this for a bit and see what happens with that bar. So I think this should be a pretty tight group. This is exactly what I just typed. So we're in SplitPaw, so the experience bonus is like way up now. So I've been saying before, the Project 1999 developers have kind of altered the zone modifying experience for the green server, just based on their extensive knowledge of the game and how the population works, etc. So everybody's quickness, everybody's got their haste. They don't have strength though. Only Xlotl. So he's got his strength, and I think... Do we need a dex buff out there? So we need the dex out there. Okay, so they are... oh shit. So he didn't need that, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. I'm gonna need to slow shit. I tried to con that thing. Yeah, so I've been saying a long time ago, monks really take advantage of most stats. So agility, is good for monks because it helps their dodge rate and apparently their AC as well. So there's 2 here, so I'm gonna go ahead and root the add. And then I'm going to go ahead and assist the other guy and slow the guard. Shit. I'm going to not slow because I'm going to pull aggro with that slow and I don't want to get banged up by both. So we got that one rooted and I'll just hang tight. Is there 3rd to the right? I hear some... No. So I was gonna put my lower slow on, but the reality is it's not gonna land on these mobs anymore. That waking sleep is old school. I can't view these in level 29 slows on level 39 or 30 some mobs. I should have ran up and slammed that dispel he was doing. So let's go ahead and use a slow and see how much mana this takes. So I'm at roughly 40%.
Resist.
And oh, I got resisted. It's not even worth it. Because I could have just healed with that mana instead. Because these guys smash too hard. If it was one monk, well, I don't know. I have to kind of gauge it. But that's kind of my working... That's me thinking out loud. If it's one monk, you know, it makes way more sense because it's going to take a long time to beat the mob up. However, this is taking, you know, a bit of time. I got that 20% mana back already pretty well. And I'm going to leave Axolotl because he's not really the main tank and he could probably mend. And I've got about, you know, 30 mana, so I'll just hang tight. Looks like a quick little mana break anyway. Sometimes monks are willing to go hard on the bandage, which I do love because you can actually get a considerable amount of mana out of getting bandaged by 2 monks and just canning down. I mean, you can see how fast I can canning down now too with using both. I don't know if it's necessary to put both on the bar. I do like to have a gate up just in case. You know, they're both monks. They can both feign death, but I'm kind of fucked. So, you know, it's something to consider. Maybe I'll just throw it on there for now because I don't need to canny. I don't really need to canny down hard. I have a feeling for the majority of this group, I'll probably be low mana. So it's a white. So it's like, I do kind of want to slow this fucking guy. Like he's going to put out a lot of DPS.
Resist.
Fucking, this resist kills me.
Resist.
You know, 2 resists makes me not want to slow so much. Because 1 heal, look how effective that was on him. It fucking healed so much of his life and took, you know, the same amount of mana probably. It looked like it on the bar. 150 for the heal and 125 for the slow. So shit, I'm just gonna save up for just put it into heals, which don't get resisted to go in every single time. Oh, haste is falling. Not quite as bad as this guy, but pretty damn close.
Interrupted.
Nice thing too is usually, not always, but typically, once you break through a camp the first time, it's easier the second time because you don't get those ads because your cycles are broken up. However, this is a pretty goddamn big dungeon and I have a feeling that you can kind of get out of control. Not necessarily, I don't know, I've never grouped with these. I've grouped with Axolotl a long time ago and he's good shit. I've never grouped with Pandem, but obviously we're just rocking here, so this should be a good group. The point I was trying to make is sometimes you can get a little carried away and as you're pulling something in, something spawns in the hallway and you end up with 2, you know, which isn't... I tend to forget about looting in groups, especially if I'm chatting away here. I need to med most of the time, so I try to just sit as much as possible. Especially when I'm the only heat caster. So, and I got regens to do again soon. What I was almost thinking is that I might give Axolotl just the regen and give Pandem the chloroplast and just gauge it. You know, what's the mana difference there? You know, 100 versus probably 200. Yeah. So double the mana, but is quite effective. But does he need that much is the real question. Because that 100 mana, I don't know. Do I need to be that nitpicky? I don't know. It's just things, food for thought while you're playing, I suppose. So I'm not going to go for those damn slows anymore. I'm going to stay away from that for a bit. These guys mitigate very well. Pandem's 45 and Axolotl is 39, 38, 38. So Pandem's, you know, oh shit.
Rude.
Oh, I'm about to get casted on, which is a disease spell, which is totally fine. Bring it. So he did give me a dot. It looked like a disease dot, Now I do actually have a cure disease or some shit. I've never used it ever. So I'm gonna see if it works. Didn't work. There, that 100 mana that I'm bitching about, I just wasted it. Okay, quickness, put that up. What else do I need on the bar here? I usually have a dot for when I was soloing, but I definitely don't need that up. I'll put quickness on. In fact, I'll move that down there. And malaise. So I could reduce the resistances and then my slow would land, but that's just, you know, that's a lot of mana. Might as well just heal at that point. So Pandem got getting fucked up. He's probably splitting a bunch of mobs. And I hope he does. Because this dot is kicking my ass. That's what's happening to my health right now. So too bad that counteract disease didn't work, because damn. So I think he used mend there, which is why his health is not quite as fucked. I can hear just a bunch of mobs walking away through the hallway, so he was probably pulling quite a bit there, and splitting, trying to split. A little Cyclops happy face there. Both the regens are running out here. So just because Ixlato's been almost full health most of the time, I have to wait until his regen fades to cast a lower level regen, because it won't take hold at this point. So I think that time is pretty accurate. Oh fuck, I don't even have regen. What am I doing? Fuck. How long have I not had my chloroplast up, you know? No wonder my health was going down so fast from that dot. And the funny thing too is I'm just retarded. I was looking at that the whole time and I didn't even notice. My bad. So yeah, he's already thinking of spawn timers, so that's good. That's a good sign. So I don't think it'll tell me in the text when they actually stop regenerating. But I'll give it a few more seconds and just assume. Once we start fighting, maybe. Because Pandem, I'll give the chloroplast. Yeah, regen going. Just gotta find the spot. It's like when you're playing basketball and you're shooting free throws, you gotta just find that range, get that spot going. That's what it's about. It's a good experience. I mean, shit. This is a wicked mid break too. That's super helpful for me. I don't know what that noise is, but I'm done with that. Something in that corner making a weird whirling noise.
Haste other.
Okay, so we're dropping hastes now. That's where we get some
Haste other.
that's where we get some voices in group chat usually. So my haste sucks, to be honest, compared to like enchanter haste. My haste sucks. I think I get alacrity at like level 44 and enchanters get it at 29 or something. I think. I don't know if that's completely accurate, but you know, it's roughly like that. Enchanter haste is way better than shaman haste. It's like like 10-15 levels different. So end game, that'll be the case as well. You know, if I'm getting Alacrity at 44, I can't actually remember the haste that I get later on, but so his Feign Death just failed there. So he's either gonna wait until it respawns again so he can use Feign Death again, or he's gonna run back to us and I'm gonna heal. So he waited until his Feign Death popped again and was able to Feign Death. Save to heal. So if he stays Feign Death while I heal, totally cool. He doesn't have aggro on anything, I heal him, we're all good. But if he was pulling and I used a heal on him, that would not be cool. I would be added to that hate list. He'd Feign Death just because he's going to, and everything would chase after me. And this monk, you know, what would the X-Lyle be able to do? He would hit a couple of things and then he would have to Feign Death himself. He would try to take aggro from me so I could gate or something. You know, that would be somewhat of a logical thing. And I'm not bound far. I'm bound in South Carolina or North Carolina. If I could spell chart info. North Carolina, so literally zone over, not far at all. Plus I have Sal even when I'm naked, so it's not a long run. Literally 4-minute run, 3-minute run, you know, not long. Again, I feel like I could heal him right now, but I don't know, and it'd be silly to take the risk and just end up pulling a bunch of shit. So I'll wait. He could ask for a heal, you know. There's no harm there. So I can hang tight. I got a candy down anyway right away here. You know, usually I'm all about rebuffing myself and making sure everything's up, and maybe I'll stuff one out on me. But I really do want to save as much mana as I can for these dudes and the experience. For most of my groups so far that I've been playing, I've been not slacking, but not playing tight. You know, over buffing 5 minutes, 10 minutes ahead of time, 20 minutes sometimes, just cause I put. Okay, so again, I think it's safe to heal here, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna. So yeah, I just asked him to let me know when to heal him. Because I'm pretty sure I can gauge it. But again, if he stands up right when a heal goes off and he still has aggro on something, like if his sneak failed, fuck, I'm added to that list. All those things come at me. So definitely best to just... and again, this is good. Right now, we're basically waiting on respawns. So I don't know what the respawn timer is in the zone, but setting a timer would be ideal. Ooh, it sounds like if a lot of things are hitting him. Which as a healer makes me anxious. I want to heal. I want to heal. Okay, I don't think I ever hit Exlotl with a Nimble before, the agility buff, so I'm going to toss him that right now. Well, mana's good. And I hit it on myself as well to refresh that shit. Life of a monk right there. It's just fucking the frustration about splitting. Like it's a sweet job to have, and it's a fantastic skill, Feign Death. But man, it feels sketchy sometimes when it's just not going right. Like 4, 5, 6 attempts. You're like, man, it's been 5 attempts already. You know, can something just respawn in our normal cycle already so I don't have to make the 6th attempt? But you know, you start to get a little bit in your head about it. Yeah, and that's exactly what he's saying. I'm about to give up because we have respawn soon anyway. Okay, did I hit myself with agility? I did. I did. So unfortunately, you can't sow in a dungeon, which is, it's unfortunate, but it's kind of cool. It adds a cool factor to the game. But I'm going to hit our homie here with the regen. I put it nearby. There it is. And I'm going to hit him with an AC buff as well, because I was basically only saving those for the main tank. And there it is. So that timer will be my chloroplast timer. That is on it. Oh, he's bringing 3. Oh shit, okay.
Haste other.
I'm gonna go for a heal. They're both gonna come at me, which is fine. Oh.
Fizzle.
And there it is.
Root.
And then I can do another heal. And then I will root this guy.
Fizzle.
So I got that heal off. And we root. And we chill. Ah, fucker. Is there another on my left? Oh shit, okay. We're good. They hit hard though. So I'm just gonna gain some mana here. They shred, like the monks shred. I don't have to do much there. Oh, they don't even have fucking quickness. I'm like, I don't have to do much there except keep them hasted. But I mean, I was busy there. So I don't have to meditate anymore after level 35, which is fucking great, because that was an annoying task. Okay, so they're both hasted, however, Pandem has no regen, so we'll hit him with Chloroplast and call out 30 mana. Funny how fast that fucking mana goes, but it's where you don't. What's easy to forget is we just pulled 3 mobs all at once. Had we pulled these singly, I would have lost probably around the same amount of mana minus the extra rooting. But it just is over, 5 minutes, not over 1 minute. Oh, an ad came right for me because I had sit. The nice thing though is that our homies now are buffed. They've got both regen and haste, and both of them have regen. So that should hopefully take a lot of the responsibility off of me. However, I do need to toss myself a regen pretty soon, in 2 minutes. And it is quite the mana killer, especially now Chloroplast is 200 mana. So as much as I used to bitch about regen before, now it's twice as bad. It's really effective though. I can feel, you can see how much more health I get from it. I'm gonna recast it right now. See, this is a little bit of an overbuff at a minute and 30. However, I want to do this while we're not fighting anything and it's out of the way. We do need to loot some of this shit. And I'll sit now. I don't know if that was like over looting. I just never loot, so get it done. Strength might be failing on them soon. It's failing on me, but I think I casted strength on myself before I was even in here. And I think I hit them both with strength while I was in here. So probably another 10 minutes on their strength. Okay, that's good. 1 null. I gotta admit, the guards in North Korea were really good experience. Like, it was super easy and really good experience. Quite boring after the amount of hours that I spent there. Like total, I spent 12 hours or more. I don't know, roughly. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But quite a few, like 3-4 hours. They're like 5 3-hour shifts kind of thing. So, for 4 to 3 hours, I spent a lot of time there. Anyway, point being, it was really good experience though. I mean, I've been here for half an hour and gained quite a bit as well. I don't know. I'm being nitpicky. I was surprised to see how well the guards in North Carolina did. Plus all the fine steel. Again, I have tons of money on me here. Not tons of money, but considering that I looted all of that just out of fine steel and selling it. Where did this fucking thing go, man? Maybe I should work on rooting if it's gonna go in the water, because that thing hasn't died yet. There it is. I think must have swam pretty far. I will keep that in mind. So if there was nothing down there, here's my working theory. I've never really been to SplitPaw, but I imagine there's some cavern or cave or tunnel down there. In fact, did we come up from the water? No, we did not. Not from here. I don't know. Anyway, okay, we got 2. I think I rooted the wrong one, but it's fine. He'll just back up and he'll see which one he should hit. So, it is healing. I could have jumped up and used slam, but I did notice a bit late now. It's healing again. Not that our monks fucking shred so fast anyway. Okay, so this niche mass no casts. So I accidentally rooted the correct the Tesh Val. Tesh Val. I don't know how to say shit in this game. Anyway, I think I rooted the right one just by accident. I rooted the melee, the warrior. The benefit being he can't cast any spells. So if I rooted the caster still has an alternative. Just make sure they can't beat you up, but they can start casting spells on you. And as we've seen, the fucking spells here hurt. Okay, so that's going in the water. I tried to cancel. It wasn't really necessary to use that route. You know, if it was my original route, that's like not that much mana, I wouldn't care. But instills 60 mana. Clearly, I'm nitpicking. But, man, I don't know what these scrolls are, but people around the Karanas are really after the scrolls. I actually have no idea what it's about, but like fucking everybody and their mom wants scrolls for 25 plat. I haven't looted one or seen one, so I don't know where they come from. Illegible scroll? No, that was from City of Mist, I think. I don't even know. I'm gonna drop some quickness here. There's so many things in this game. It's even after a long time of playing. Shit. I thought I played this game so long and I knew so much, but the more I talk on this stream, the more I realize I just don't even, there's so much I don't even know. 2 incoming. So I got the Teshnol. That's good. That's a good route. Now back up and they'll be split. This makes me want to slow. Okay, I see you need a heal. It's coming. But those are root split right now. Yeah, so it was really, he just didn't see it. I got it so fast right off the bat. Right when he was coming in, he probably even had his back turned to them when I got that root off, so totally makes sense. So just like everybody who's played this game for quite some time, like myself, I look for the animation graphics. Like I can tell something's being rooted when I see one of our homies casting root. So that's how I try to gauge things. And and the good spells, the important ones, have their unique graphic for the most part. I've said before, one of the ones I get kind of confused with is heals. So I'm gonna root that fucking guy. That could be bad if he went into that room that the monk was trying to split. That could have pulled a lot of ads. Well, here's to let them know that they're totally going to be recorded. So anyway, this is a good group so far, and I'm glad I rooted that one, because if it went into that room where he was trying to split, that could have been bad. So I do have to watch where things are running to and be ahead of the routes. Our homie lost regen. Just cut out the bits when you see me sideways. Oh shit. Yeah, I am healing, I promise. I'm not typing. Okay, I'll go for a canny and top him up. Canny down. So I'm reading too much. Basically, Pandem, the monk, the higher level monk, is gonna be pretty semi-AFK in the next 45, in the next half an hour. So we're gonna hopefully split the camp and keep going and just auto attack things, pull to him. So he'll just leave auto attack on, and Xlotl will pull mobs and basically park them in front of Pandem, and then Xlotl can even feign death and just drop the mob on Pandem right in front of his face, and the mob will hit him, and then he'll start auto attacking, because once you get hit by a mob, you'll automatically select that target. So like literally, if a monk pulls like that, you can kind of force an auto attack. Okay, that was a big nuke. Wasn't a big one, but it was a nuke. Okay, he's dispelling. I went up and interrupted the dispel. Fucking slam. I say it all the time. Slam is super good. If you're a rogue, be a fucking barbarian, because you're gonna get slam, and none of the other rogue races get slam. Okay, we're losing regen on Xlotl. We're losing the... So that timer, he's already actually lost regen. However, okay, dispel, going in for that slam. I did slam, but I didn't need to dispel. Anyway, what are we losing for buffs here? Xlotl's about to lose haste. He already has lost regen because he was on my chloroplast timer. So I'm gonna hit Xlotl with a regen. Oh fuck, there's a couple there. So this is different. In this version, when you're casting something, you're casting something. In Blue Server, you could duck and cancel your casting, in which case I could have split those quite a bit faster. Xlotl is going to get regen. Okay. And then Pandem's regen is running low, so we'll do that right now. And then we'll probably call... Fuck. We'll probably call 20 man. I'm not going to reroute because the thing's almost dead. I'll just go for that heal. I might pull aggro with this heal because nobody's really hit that Tesh Malnull yet. Nice, I did not. So that's good. So timer's 8 minutes on respawn. So I'm just gonna hit my 6-minute timer just to set something. I slammed it for 1 damage, which also stuns it for a split second. So I just kind of help out from letting that wander off instead of rooting. Okay, my regen's gonna fade soon. I've lost strength, which does affect me right now, actually, because I got all this fucking fine steel on me. So I'm gonna hit myself up with strength. Okay, hopefully that's one. We got one. That's perfect for me because I need to regen myself. Hit myself with a big fat chloroplast. So happy to have that. That's fucking awesome spell. Boom. Stupid telescope. It's quite annoying. I need to buy a real quick on this die, so quick AFK. Okay, isn't left yet. I was about to root just in case there was only one monk hitting that. Because I don't know what's beyond there. I'm not super familiar with this dungeon, so... Now he's going to go AFK, so I'm not going to heal. He does have regen. He's got a chloroplast, and he's an Ixar, so he's got sick natural regen. So we'll just hang tight, and he actually might regen it. Excuse me. Enough health to make himself feel comfortable, and myself feel comfortable about his health. I'm gonna shut up now. If we're gonna pull more mobs, I could use a quick second. I mean, if we're gonna pull extra mobs, I guess if that's the question. Again, I am pretty ignorant because I don't know this camp very well. However, I'm gonna lose Talisman pretty soon. So Talisman's a pretty good buff. It's an HP buff. So when I lose it, it sucks for cannying. And when I cast it on myself, it actually does have a healing component. So, you know, I can almost canny back most of the mana that it costs to use, which I will demonstrate right now. So I don't know how much mana it's going to use. Almost, you know, maybe like 80%. And I couldn't gauge my health and my mana, so I have no idea how much health I gave me, but, you know, roughly we're going to candy down the same amount. And it's nice to refresh that timer. Now, mind you, I'm pretty good with buffs, usually on everybody, and I usually rebuff everybody when I buff myself. Man, it sounded like I was doing a rap song right there. It's just like... Anyway, I usually rebuff everybody when I buff myself. That's the best sentence I've ever said, ever. And, that it keeps all my timers good, because I don't want to load up my Gina with fucking just tons of timers. Like, I could have a section for other people's timers, other people's buffs, but that'd be lame. I already don't like seeing all this shit over here, and I mentioned the other day that I have to adjust all this shit because it's all over the place right now, but oh, there's a sword on the ground there. You know, I'm not super familiar with SplitPaw, but I do like it because it's nice to kill gnolls. I've played a lot of EQ, and there's not a ton of places. Oops, it's not a ton of places to kill gnolls, so I'm down. Same with the lizards from Kazakhstan. There's not a ton of places to kill lizards, so I kind of want to go there too. But I haven't been there yet because I've been too busy fucking getting fine steel swords off guards in North Carolina, which I don't regret. Just did it, you know, pretty solid. It was just such an easy camp to kill those guards. It wasn't even very competitive of a camp, you know. It was pretty easy to just log on. There's a couple dark blues right in front of you. It's hard not to just kill them for 2 hours and then stop playing for a bit. 3 hours, you know. It's just, they're right there. And then every time I would log off, I would wait till I would med to full and log in. It was right there. So it was hard to get away from. They were like fucking right there, fine steel, right, like it's just a nice little setup, and it was easy. It was movie camp, so watched a couple movies, got some XP.
Haste other.
Yeah, so I definitely got stuck chatting away here and let haste fall and everything. Didn't let them know my mana. I forgot they were kind of waiting on me for mana. Sometimes I do that when I talk away. which is cool. Now I got lots of mana and I feel safe. You know, that 3-pull that came in earlier, if I didn't have mana for that, mind you, he knew I had mana because he was trying to split that room for so long. So that timer went, so like 2-ish minutes. We'll see what happens in 2 minutes. Nice, 2:30. This is a bad... Oh, it's the trap. It's that guillotine. What is that called? That's not a guillotine. So that would be swinging axes. I think that's what you would call that. That would be the ogre head chopper. So I don't know. The Ixar tail amputator. I don't know. That's what that fucking noise is though when I sit in that corner. This is a safe spot. Safe from the racket. I'm sure I'll end up in that corner again and completely forget about it. So they're both got regen. Pandem's got a quickness. My AC buff is not a super long duration, so Pandem could probably use a new AC buff. Monk's a tough job. I don't know if Ixlotto's played the game before or not, but Monk's a tough job. Especially if if you're not super confident pulling for the group yet. It's got a learning curve to it, no doubt, just like every class. But Monks, if it's your first class, it's a kind of a tough one because they're expected to just know things. They're just like expected to know the way automatically because they're monk, and they're expected to pull automatically because they're monk. So, and they don't really have the ability to invis and like explore to the ability that some classes do. Like a rogue, for example. Rogue wouldn't be a terrible first class because at least you can, explore through all the dungeons and get to know the whole world, and you get the gear grind the first time through, which is super cool. You get to, test out a bunch of new weapons. Might be a little bit more fun with a warrior for the weapons. I don't know, but warriors have a similar, not issue, but expectation, if you will, as a monk. When there is no actual puller in the group, a warrior will kind of step up and use his bow and take over that role. So I could redo regen as well, with 3 minutes left on the regens. It's such a mana killer. So that's the thing. I don't know if it's so much like an overbuff. Just sometimes when you got all full mana and shit, sometimes it's a good time to overbuff intentionally. Ixlotto, I just recently gave him an AC buff, so I'm not gonna do that. That Noel's moving pretty fast. Nice. You got fucked up. So I'm tempted to redo regens. In fact, I have so much mana. I don't know. Oh, Pandem's pulling. So this is bad. Oh, that's bad.
Interrupted.
Not only is it not good to cast on somebody when they're pulling, as I think I've explained already, but it was the wrong spell for the wrong guy. That was the one for him. And now Pandem, I'm gonna hook him up with a Chloroblast. Best spell ever.
Fizzle.
And my bad. Ixlotto's missing haste. Okay, so Pandem's gonna need a new haste pretty quick here. It's 2. I think I am rooting the wrong one though. I think I rooted the caster by accident. If he backs up though, I'll root this fucker. And then they could move to the caster if they wanted to. Can leave that up to them. I just assumed that Leteth. How the fuck do you say these things? Anyway, I just assumed that was a caster because he's holding a staff and he looks kind of shaman-like, if you will. Not like warrior-like like those guys. But apparently he was just a melee. Good to know. Oh, he was a greenie even, probably. He went down fast. Yeah, I didn't even get experience, did I? I don't think I got experience, I don't know. Oh yeah. See, I like this. I put a little text reminder when haste fades and when root's fading, I think. Which I rarely notice, but sometimes it's kind of nice. And then I also have an actual verbal announcement when it fades through Gina, all through Gina, which, you know, it's good and bad. Good and bad. So they're talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Our homie Pandem is going to multitask D&D and EQ, which is basically the same as D&D, just fast. just really, really fast. See these single mobs though, when they come in singles, like I was saying, after the first breakthrough, the second respawns are quite a bit easier. It's nice to have this canny too. It's quite a bit more effective. Instead of taking 50 health, it takes 67. So I suppose, you know, it's good. I like it. But we've seen how I can just go murk through the health and gain mana quite fast by using both, and the reset and global spell cooldown. GSC. That reminds me of a movie. I just can't place the movie. The GSC. The GSE is Main Street Hooligans, maybe, is the movie? I don't know. Can't place it. Interesting. So he just got nuked by the Niche. Malnol. I can't recall if I said those ones are the ones that cast. So I just went up and interrupted that heal. You can see that I did hit it for 1 damage and I did interrupt the spell. Mind you, it just recasts, so it's not a big deal. However, their spells can be fuck, I can't talk. Their spells can be interrupted. Oh, stop running away. Need haste. Nice, I got him. Their spells can be interrupted by push factor. So if you're a melee class, you kind of do typically want to be on the backside of something, because I think you do a little bit more damage to it from the backside, like skip some of its armor class or some shit. But at the same time, if you do want to interrupt spells, you want to maybe swing around to the front side, like if you're fighting a healer, swing around to the front and start to get that push action happening, because then you can interrupt their spells that way. And that's a raid tactic as well. A lot of raids, pushing mobs is a thing to do.
Timer 1.
So they're just talking about D&D. They asked me if I ever played D&D. I have a SplitPaw. I don't know. Dance of the Firefly. That's neat. I have no idea what that is, but take it. Anyway, they're asking me if I play D&D, which I have. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool game, but it's very slow and very, very, very slow. You you know, EverQuest is kind of based on that, I suppose. But it's fulfilling, but it's also not, because it takes so goddamn long. You don't really, it takes a lot of sessions to kind of get somewhere in D&D. However, all the D&D games, the video games, are fucking sweet. Like, all the Baldur's Gate games are awesome. Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2 is awesome, etc., etc. This goes on. They're all fucking great. Icewind Dale 2 was a fantastic game. That was a really fun one. Pathfinder I have bought recently from GOG, and I haven't actually played all of it through, but it is a sweet game so far. It's not multiplayer though, which would have been really cool if it was. I could summon a pet here at this point. You know, we're pretty cozy and comfy in here. Wouldn't be a horrible thing. They do add a bit of damage. But again, it can be kind of sketchy. It costs a shit ton of mana too. But we're doing good. We're doing good on mana, so I'm just gonna do it.
Fizzle.
And then try to recover from there. Shit, it's a long cooldown. So everybody's good on the regen, everybody's good on the haste. I even just threw up another health buff. I did do agility a while back, so they should have that as well. So I've got my pet here, Jenner. Fuck him up, bud. Doubles for 31. So I don't think that's the best pet, certainly. I think that's probably my weakest pet, because previously the old pet spell was doubling for 30 as the best pet. So if the best one was hitting for 30, I suppose the weakest next line would hit for 31. So shitty roll of the dice as far as pet goes, but I will take it. I don't have the mana to just redo that willy-nilly, so I'll just take it as is, and we'll appreciate the addition that he does add. What else can you do? I could give him haste. I could give him haste. That's something I could do. I think we're pretty good on buffs here. Xlotto's gonna need a new regen pretty soon, because he's got his timer's probably like 2 minutes less, 1 or 2 minutes less. I have a normal regen spell rather than chloroplast. Cool. So we've been at this for about an hour now. I've gained about 20% at 39. So, you know, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie though, that's pretty close to what I was getting in North Garana with the 3 guards. So I did get 20% and through this level, killing just those 3 guards at the bridge at North Garana. I would say it's pretty comparable. I was killing those 3 guards, and I don't know, maybe it took a little bit more than an hour and 15, hour and 20, maybe. So it's comparable, considering it's not easy to get a group of 2 monks, one being 45, you know, it's a tank, and and we're in a good spot, and you got the good shaman. Like, it's, oh shit, dispel. I went in for the interrupt. Oh fuck, we gotta respawn.
Interrupted.
Oh fuck, I got my spell interrupted from moving around and shit. He slowed me. I'm gonna heal myself just because things are a little sketchier, and I've got tons of mana, so let's do that. Nice. See, my pet's taking damage. That's fucking great. That's actually kind of what you want. That nuke was better served going into my pet than it was into one of the monks, or into me. He's healing. I went in for the slam, didn't get it. My pet's probably dead. Totally cool. My pet just absorbs so much fucking damage. I'll totally take that. I'm gonna root here because I've got some aggro on that fucker. And he just used mend, so his health is good. If I carried on pulling the round with you showing me spawn points and bringing them back, would you be able to send me AFK to join Pam, or is that a bad idea? Yeah, I'm fine with staying if you'll have me. Just may disappear randomly during fights. Should be with that Ryan bastard killed your dog. Gonna go John Wick on their ass.
Ace Feather.
That's so funny. Bastard killed your dog. Go straight John Wick on their asses. So what we're gonna try is to do the pulling trick that I mentioned before. We'll get one of the monks to pull into the other monk, and we'll see if he can just flop him into auto attack. Nobody's looting because they're monks. They don't usually loot shit, but I don't want to loot all the stuff. Okay, we got one mob. That's cool. Good with that. I'm gonna toss a heal pretty quick here. They both need regen, so that's what I'll do. Let's go with that chloroplast. God damn, chloroplast. Stupid telescope. Really looking forward to so you know what, if we're gonna get Axolotl pulling, I'm gonna hit him with a chloroplast. Time to upgrade that shit. Boom. Go steal this little weapon that he's carrying. I'll take that. And we'll go sit down over here after we take a chunk out of our bicep. Okay, so my regen's got 3 minutes left. How's the haste is doing fine. I do need to toss out a heal at some point. He's fucking shouldering this shit pretty well. Okay, here comes your heal. So I just let them know I have 40 mana, but I'm good to go. It's just kind of a FYI. Don't pull 3. That would suck. That would fuck us up. That's why I have Gate memmed. Because again, they're monks. They're just going to feign death when shit hits the fan. However, it can be sketchy too as a monk. When something's casting on you, if you feign death and you're faking dead, if that nuke lands on you, everything then sees you again. And technically you're still laying on the ground. But, you know, theoretically you're not. Like, everything sees you and you can get aggro from everything, so stand the fuck up and run. And then hopefully your feign death, you know, pops. Run around a corner is kind of the idea, so run out of the line of sight, because even enemy mobs need line of sight on you to start casting on you. However, they don't necessarily need line of sight on you to finish casting. So if they have line of sight right off the bat and start casting a nuke or something, you're probably going to eat some shit when you go around a corner just when that nuke lands on you. Just how she goes. The point is, if you see a mob casting, you might even be able to add it to your Gina, maybe. Oh fuck, that'd be annoying. Never mind, you'd see it every fucking 10 seconds. But you basically need to look for them casting so you don't end up faking death while they're casting, and then eat the nuke while you're you know where I'm going with this, obviously. I think we're good for boss for now. Definitely need to toss out a heal here. And just for convenience sake, I'm going to throw on Candy 1 on the bar, and we're going to chew through some HP. Man, that's so cool that I can do that now. This is so much more convenient to how it used to be. Sitting down and doing the whole fucking candy dance thing. I'm going a little hard here, considering these mobs will fuck me up if they catch a piece of me. I think I've done this every single stream. Fucked up my windowed mode, so eventually that's gonna get me killed. It's gonna happen at the wrong moment, and it is gonna get me killed. However, I refuse to switch to windowed mode, only because I think it looks worse. It just looks darker and I can't see things. Okay, 13 mobs. Okay, so, oh man, Pandem knows this shit. Like, he's got this camp down. There's 13 mobs in total at this camp, plus 1 roamer, so there's 14 mobs. 6 minutes on the timer for all of them. But they're a little bit broken up. But the right room is first, left is near last. So that's what happens when you're a puller. you just know what's going on. You've pulled the mobs. I'll be honest, I think the first cycle you don't know what the fuck's going on. It's just kind of a shit show. But as you've kind of conquered your cycle and you're waiting for mobs to spawn, then you learn your cycle quite well. You know when, you know which mobs spawn in which locations first, and that's how you kind of dominate your spawn cycle rotation. You can literally be sitting on the spot where you know the next mob's going to spawn. However, if you're doing that and the group has mana, ideally you want to be pulling in that 15th mob from the hallway, if you can, which is what he was trying to do with that big room. He was trying to split the room and get us 1 extra or 2 extra, in that timer, in that spawn cycle, in that 8 minutes, whatever it is. So that's all she is. That's what she wrote. That's what we're doing. So this actually is, for me personally, I actually really like the way that spawns are split up, because I get this solid med break each time, it seems, which, might be a little bit annoying, but at the same, for me, it's great. Like, I like having mana. Makes me feel safe because I can root shit, I can heal, etc. Versus me canning down and sitting at 40% health and just waiting so I get 2 hit and dead. That's not that fills the group with uneasiness. Well, fills me with uneasiness. Usually though, that's a sign of wicked XP, because you're pushing it to the limit, Scarface style. So, it's a good sign too. Ooh, thirsty.
Haste other.
He'll be ready. Okay, I'm gonna rebuff myself. I definitely tossed a health buff to Pandem before. I'm all over the place with buffs. This is usually why I'd be curious to watch this back. I hardly ever watch my shit back because it takes so long to do it. It takes so long to do it again. But it'd be interesting to watch this back and see if I've wasted mana over buffing by guessing versus actually buffing myself fully, even when I don't need it, like adding a dexterity buff to myself even if I don't need it, just so I have everybody in the group's buff timers kind of all at the same time, versus these one-off guesses where it's like, did I hit him with nimble, did I get him with agility, I can't remember. Because I think I did hit him with health. I just don't know if I hit him with agility. So I'm going to redo the agility. Maybe I just double did it though. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter. This is where I should summon a new pet. In fact, that fucking Noel probably did me a favor by killing that weak ass pet. The strength is one I should rebuff though for everybody. You know what? Fuck it. It's got 15 minutes left. I'm going to not overbuff that one, and I'm going to go for the pet. I'm going to replace my dog, Jenner. Fuck you, Jenner. We'll make a new pet. Magic. He had 3 minutes on his haste. Oh well. Get everybody back on track. Good thing I handed out that chloroplast though, right? It doesn't matter. I'm actually glad I did because there's still 4 minutes on it, which will last for this fight. So you know what? We're about to fight in 1 minute. So it's kind of silly for me a little bit to just now go through all my mana right before we start fighting. That was a huge med break we just had. And I didn't necessarily squander it, but now it might be a little bit tight.
Fizzle.
We shall see. So I don't think I don't think strength buffs do anything for pets. I have never thought that they have. Sometimes I just casted it just because I was casting strength on everybody, so I'd dish it out anyway. But when I was soloing in North Carolina, I found a pet that was doing like middle damage, like doubling for 26. And then I casted strength on him, and he's still only doubling for 26. So I don't think strength buffs really matter for pets, but it's just my 2 cents, my test. Now he needs haste. And we'll stun him. So I wasn't really looking at what my pet was hitting for there, but I'm sure I'll find out. Let's get rid of all that shit. And we'll see it shortly. So it's nice that we have single mobs like this. We're sitting on the timers. They're just coming in one by one. Honestly, that's kind of how I was killing the guards in North Carolina. I was sitting on the timer and I had like a minute between, I'd kill all 3 and then I'd have like a minute and a half or 2 minutes before the first one would spawn again. So I had a pretty tight cycle. Sitting for 1 or 2 minutes is not that big of a deal, especially if you're watching a movie at the same time. Shit just goes by real fast. So look at that XP though. That's flying by. I mean, this is actually quite a bit better at this point than North Carolina. I think we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes now. I don't know. It's all comparable. It's pretty much, it's similar. This is faster. We're killing more mobs. There's a higher experience bonus when they die. I mean, it is faster. I don't want to argue that, but I do think that North Carolina camp is quite good actually. So I'll give both props. This is better, but that's actually pretty good too. I imagine strength's maybe going on them, so let's just redo strength on everybody. We'll have to do regen soon, which is going to be a real killer. That one sucks for mana. But we're doing pretty good. I didn't put my pet on this. Shit. My bad. Looks like a pussy pet. Not very good. We'll find out though as time goes on. Okay, we'll toss a chloral. Split up these chloroplasts a little bit. Just it's such a mana killer. Usually I do like my buffs to be similar timing. However, when they are, that means you have a massive rebuff to do, and it really is a mana killer. Okay, this time get the pet in there. Oh, came to me for sit aggro, but I stood up in time before I took a hit. Okay, we got an ad. I'm rooting it. And they didn't see that I rooted it. And I don't have a root message because I'm too lazy to make one. Oh shit, my pet's on him. Whatever, my pet won't die. Oh, it's one of these greenies. I could have just let my pet kill it. Rainwater in the caves. Questionable. I mean, they've got waterfalls and shit in here, so maybe that's what they call rainwater.
Regen other.
Isn't necessarily wrong, it's legit. Regen just faded on Xlotl, so we'll have to hit him when he comes back. Pandam is losing haste in a minute. Let's redo it right now. Might as well. And then canyon down a bit. Stupid telescope. So I think next thing I'll buy is that shrunken goblin earring, because I don't have to use this damn telescope anymore. Maybe I'll go camp it, because I think that goblin's level 30-ish. Grishmar, or whatever the hell it is, in Worslick's Woods. No idea who I handed strength out to. No idea. but somebody needs haste. I do remember that one. Whoa. I think I just don't know what that was. I wonder if I went blind. I wonder if that mob made me blind for a split second there. Hit me with a little flashlight or something. So I should definitely candy down a bit. I can't tab that. No, that was weird. My tab. So on the blue server, my tab is set to cycle through NPCs, non-playable characters and it basically cycles through them in their distance to you. So the first one and the second and the third. Can't do that anymore on the green server. So I've just set mine, I'm sure everybody has, to just target the nearest. Now it's funny, you get used to things in this game rather quickly. Like I actually had to train myself to not use the meditate button after the level 35. And I had to intentionally not press it. And I did that because it was an extra step and it was annoying. But I couldn't stop doing it because I was so trained to do it. Anyway, Wolfsbane. Okay, we got one. I can't remember what I was talking about. I know I was talking about something, but I totally forget what it was. Who needs regen? Axolotl, you, my friend.
Fizzle.
I don't know if I noticed or not. He might have just used mend. I feel like I thought I was going to top him up again, but I didn't. I don't know. I'm tripping. Yeah, this is a good experience. I don't really know if I finished my train of thought or sentence before, but I did buy 2 chip home bracelets for 200 plat each. And I felt like that was a good investment because they're 5 wisdom each. I ended up buying this, the shield's pretty good, but this was like 350 or something. So pretty close in the amount of wisdom for that. And then this was like 300 or so for the 5 wisdom. So I kind of gauged it by that, value wise. That 5 wisdom is certainly worth 200 plat, so 10 is certainly worth 400. Also, I think my previous sentence I was going to say that I wanted to get Rune Mithril Bracers from Soul B, but I just haven't really gotten any Soul B groups. I'm not sure a lot of people really group there now that they've nerfed the zone modifier experience so much. Also, I imagine people are a bit tired of Soul B because it kind of was the king of the castle when it comes to experience for a long time, and that's a lot of people's route in this game for leveling is hit up Soul B Royals Camp for ages and ages. Basically everything I did at the North Corana Guards, people would be doing at Royals Camp and getting actual good loot instead of Fine Steel. They're getting Rune Myth bracers and shit, which is exactly what I wanted to do, and kind of didn't necessarily miss the boat there. There just kind of didn't feel like there was a boat. Because I was looking, I just didn't go to the dungeon and sit. I wasn't really willing to go there and just sit there for it. Like I was saying, I always kind of camped out in a convenient spot, and sometimes when I log in, there's just dark blue guard skill in front of me, so I'll just jump on that and throw looking for group tag up and just kind of wait. However, I have been pretty damn lucky with groups in this game. Most of the groups that I've been in have been people sending me tells wanting to group. And I've got a shitload of people on the friends list that were all really fun to group with. I think those are the most people I've ever actually added to friends while leveling through the game. Mind you, this might be... I've grouped quite a bit too. So we need to plant this mob over here in front of Pandem, because he's AFK, but he's probably got his auto attack on. That would be probably the strategy.
Fizzle.
Maybe he didn't even have his auto attack on. He's just straight up doing some other shit, which is cool too. Gotta do what you gotta do. So I'll definitely top up the monk here. And what do we got? So we got slows that are running out, so I'll get the monk that... Oh, clicked off my regen by accident. That's the first time I've actually ever done that. You know, I knew it was probably going to happen eventually if I go too fast. I'm pretty sure there's a long time on that one too. That was a bad mistake. It happens. Pandam, losing quickness. Some mana up. I don't think this is when the spawn stops. That's funny. I'm not timing it. I just didn't feel right. So just kind of... Oh. I went in for a slam there to see if I could stop the spell. Oh, fuck. We got to respawn. That's what hit me. Okay, got it rooted. The hell is my pet doing? Oh, it's stunned. My pet is stunned, so it's not doing anything. It's a long cleric stun, I think. Ooh, yeah, that's a cleric. Big dot. Or big nuke. Not that clerics have big nukes. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is... Jesus, they're just nuking the shit out of them. Mana. Oh, here's another nuke. I'm gonna go try to interrupt that, which I did. That could have been a big deal. But here's a heal. So, not good either. What's my pet at here? Get out of there, bud. Get on that guard. So the guard used complete heal on himself. I'm gonna let him use that dispel. I don't know what he's gonna dispel, but it's better than a nuke and it's better than a heal. Oh, is this dude not rooted anymore? He's not, but he's hitting my pet.
Root.
Oh, my root just broke. Fuck. That's a fast root. I'm going for the heal. Yeah, I'll just let my pet die here. My pet can tank. So I just turn my pet taunt off because my pet's almost dead. So that way he won't just pull aggro at the very end. There's a lot of dispel that got thrown out there. So, ooh, that didn't feel good. Definitely gonna heal myself after that. I'm almost in Wounded Lamb stage, so if I caught another nuke, I would go like under that 10% or 12% threshold where everything just turns to me and to kill me. So they wouldn't even hold aggro anymore. That thing would just fucking kill me. So I'm straight out of mana. I imagine this thing will be fine though. So I'm just gonna hang tight. I mean, I could squeeze out a heal if I had to. Nice. That's good. That's good for me. I could stand up and slam, interrupt that, which I maybe I should have, but at the same time, I just need to med. They're actually doing quite well mitigation wise. Lots of time on regen. Ooh. Oh, he's got a area of effect nuke. I wonder if that's what I ate before when I got hit. So when I was low health, maybe he uses that, right? And then I go into that wounded lamb stage that I keep calling it. And then he turns to me and hits me and I die, and then we're fucked. So that totally is a possibility. Obviously, I've learned that through experience. And now we can just hang tight. So the thing is, they don't have any regen, so that sucks. Because that usually deals with this situation. Oh man. Don't die, don't die. Okay, he's splitting right there. So he's feigned death, so he's safe to heal right now. And I can see that he's feigned death, so I'm gonna go ahead and heal. And I was technically ready to interrupt that. Oh, no, let's just bring it.
Interrupted.
Maybe you could split that still. Yeah, the other monk's just gonna say bring it. Because they're two melees. If they're two melees like that... Oh, the root broke.
Haste other.
I don't know which one they're hitting here. Oops. So they need regen more than a heal. Because regen just takes care of all that. So, and I got some health, so.
Haste other.
Let's see if I can canny down here. See, now it's a little sketch because I don't have enough mana for a heal. Okay. Oh, nice. Everything's dead.
Out of mana.
Out of mana. Nice. So we've got the camp split up so well that we've got the timed AFK break. So we've got about 5 minutes. And I'm not going to be that long, but I will be right back. All right, and we're back. Okay, where'd my mouse cursor go? Sometimes I lose that fucker.
Regen.
Okay, so they probably both need regen. Just go ahead and do it. They told me something about buffs in the group chat. Okay, so I just gave them kind of the most important. I just hooked up stupid cam. No idea why that happens, but I know how to fix it, so we're good. Alright, so I hooked up the most important buffs. I gave them both a haste and a
Fizzle.
Regen. And I think they're missing most other buffs. And I'm gonna canny down. I'm missing a regen, so that's a big deal. So all the important buffs are back up. So it's the nice part and the bad part about an AFK break or a mid break is that you tend to come back and notice that all the shit's gone, all the buffs are gone. The good part is you have mana to cast it, to recast them all. The bad part is you just had your med break, so now you're kind of out of mana for all the fighting. So now I have 40 mana to start fighting. It's like, goddamn. Okay, hopefully that regen is effective. And I am going to keep the armor class buff up on myself because it's quite good. It's nice to have some armor class. It's good for them to have it too. Good for me to cast buffs on them at the same time. So I think the biggest thing for myself is the regen. Regen is just really good. It goes so low, so far with the monk regen, with their natural regen and chloroplast stacked together is quite a phenomenal mix. It really just lets me med through. I did not give my pet haste, so go ahead and do that and make me feel like I'm contributing to the action. I need to get the fucking canny off my bar. This is the greenie, right? Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm not gonna haste him or root him or whatever. He's gonna go down real fast. I'm learning. And this is what happens through cycles. This is why I've seen that guy before, now I know. So this is, I mean, a little late in the game in episode 20 or whatever we're on to be, you know, explaining what a camp is, but this is camp. This is where we set up shop. They pull to me. It's fucking great. It's perfect. It's copacetic. I don't know why my pet's not doing anything. Maybe he got stuck there. That was weird. With pets, you do really want to be careful. I do gotta admit that the mechanic that I was just explaining, the tab targeting the nearest NPC rather than actually going through cycling through them by distance. Now the fact that you can only tab target the closest makes it a little bit safer with pets. Like I mean, I don't know, I haven't played many hours with pets, but sorry, I haven't played many hours with pets now recently, but before I did, and it was kind of easy to tab target the wrong target and get your pet sent off way in the fucking distance on the wrong dude, and it's like, oh shit, you pull your pet back last second, you know, only after you learn. It takes a couple of fails, couple of miss attacks, miss sends, and you realize your pet's fucking gone all over the place. Don't do it in a raid. Definitely good advice. Don't do that in a raid. You're supposed to have those kind of kinks worked out before you get into the raiding. Mind you, it's weird. Raids are funny. It's so funny. You get all these really good players together, but people just do silly things in raids sometimes. or like everybody's just bunched out like really far apart, and I don't know, raids are fun. It's a good game. This is pretty typical two-hour group, I would say. You know, so a group like this is 2 hours. You go to a place like High Keep where there's a list of people, you can stay there for almost as long as you want on a weekend. You know, literally as long as you can stay awake. There will probably be people there, and sometimes you'll even go to sleep and wake up and the same people will still be there as when you went to bed, because it's just one of those places where there's just tons, people come and go, and the people keep coming, you know, and the mobs keep dying. But a place like this, we brought our own team. We dropped in from the top, you know. So these types of groups, 2 hours, 3 hours is a good session. You know, your experience bar moved forward. What we gained, like 40% experience there in 2 hours. That's really good experience. Not even 2 hours. So, and it's easy. This was not difficult at all. We had one sketchy pull, which was 3, and it wasn't even that bad. I was able to root split them, no problem. The other sketchy pull is when there was 2 of them and they were complete healing each other. But even then, it's whatever. This is a great spot. I'm a fan of this. And again, it's really nice to kill gnolls. I am hoping that I'll end up in a Kazakh group, hopefully, because I do want to kill some lizards. Because again, there's not a lot of places to kill lizards in this game. So I kind of do like... So I kind of don't like the zone experience modifier changes, but at the same time, I kind of do like it. Kind of a mixed bag there. I guess they didn't have to ruin one thing to make another better. It would be my real opinion. You didn't have to nerf certain things so much in order to make people come here. I don't think, but maybe you did. I don't know. My knowledge is less than theirs, so I will defer to their judgment and enjoy the game for what it is and appreciate it, because I didn't really pay for it. It's just I didn't pay for it recently. It's just a really good game, and Project 99 is fantastic. It's really great that they stopped boxing, because boxing is kind of, in my opinion, what ruins Everquest, but they fixed it. Shit, I'm at full mana, hey. I just let haste fade off everybody. I do a full rebuff, and then it's funny. I just lose track sometimes.
Interrupted.
Okay. So now I could rebuff the shit out of them, though. In fact, I don't think I gave anybody that armor class buff. I don't think they have this one either. Don't want to take anything off there. I could take regen off, but I don't have to. I like to keep certain buffs on my bar, or certain spells rather. I just, certain things belong. It's going to be a bit of an adjustment for me to take gate off my bar. It's just one of those safety things I always like to keep there if I can. When I played a Necro, you know, gate got replaced by Feign Death, you know, and I've always had that safety button on the spell bar. So I kind of do like, played the Necro on blue server, I should add. If you've never seen any other episodes, I had a 60 Necro on blue, and I'm used to having Feign Death on the bar. So it's nice to have gate. I do like having it somewhere, and in fact, I have gotten away with sneaking away with a gate on the stream, and it saved my ass with like 20% health left. So it's a wise thing to do if you can, especially if you're grouping with monks and you're bound nearby. They can feign death. You're not letting anybody die, really. You know, if anybody dies, they died valiantly trying to save the healer. You know, that if they died while I was trying to gate, you know, it's because they feigned death, and they were like, whoa, we gotta save them, and then stood up again, and their feigned death isn't ready for when they actually need it. You know, it's the only likely way the monks are gonna, or they just go down with the boat. That's the other option. It's just accept it and be like, hey, we're going down, you just gate, you know, and wait for the gate to go off and then feign death, or just die, you know. It's a fun game. Oh fuck, it's a fun game. that health buff up. They've both got haste, so I'll take that off the bar. And I like to buff the puller, whoever's running away. I like to get him while he's here. This is not a good buff to cast right now. I will admit that. But I got him. And I didn't pull aggro. Cool, I'll take it. I need to canny. I hate having full health and then having chloroplast up. That's a fail. Should probably just give myself stamina and agility too. Fix this fucking mana situation. This health to mana ratio situation. I love being able to use Candy 1 and Candy 2. That's so crazy like this. I like that I couldn't do it until level 39 too. Like that waiting. Now I appreciate it. It's like, oh man, that's dope. I don't have to do that stupid fucking candy dance anymore. I was gonna hit myself with it. You know, the thing is, I don't really have to rebuff myself right now. Like that's such an overbuff, and I know when mine fade, and I can always redo it. So I'll just hang tight, even though I have a lot of mana. What I would rather rebuff is the regen that's gonna fade in 2 minutes. In fact, I'll redo his right now. Monks is running back and forth trying to find mobs. Can't remember which order they are supposed to spawn in. Kind of funny. So I got 12 minutes on that talisman. I need to stop rebuffing now and kind of learn from the mistake I made last time when we did these 2 cleric mobs when I had like no mana. I do want to save some mana for this fight. Awesome experience though, you know, almost level 40, which I am not looking for. Well, I am looking forward to hitting 40, but at the same time it's a hell level, so it's gonna be a doozy. Should be a doozy. Personally, not gonna lie, I sort of like the dry boring camps for the hell levels, like those guards. You know, maybe I can find a different camp to solo like that, mostly because you can just jump in for an hour here and there and jump off. You can't really do that with groups. Like it takes like an hour to usually get a group going and like get people there and, you know, get to the spot in the dungeon, kill your first cycle, and then, you know, even in this one, which we just flew right into, we didn't start really the experience flow until maybe 20 minutes in. Oop.
Regen other.
Okay, so we need some regens, I feel like. Where the fuck's my mouse cursor? God damn. That's annoying. I still don't know where it is. Okay, let's throw it a heal first, because he's going to need a heal. Xlotl needs a regen, so that's coming up right now. And then Panda needs a quickness in a moment. My pet's in the way. Yeah, I can get him. Get rid of that. And I'm gonna need regen in a moment, so let's do that, and then we can redo the haste and we're good. Take a seat. That telescope effect is quite annoying. Hey, is this a scroll? I don't know. Maybe that's the scrolls everybody's talking about to buy for 25 flat. It looks like a scroll to me, but you just think they'd call it, you know, paw skin. If that's what they're looking for. I don't fucking know. That's a gross thing to pick up. Tanned split paw skin. Just picking up their paw skin. I don't think it's like chicken skin, man. I don't think it's the good part. I don't know. Anyway, I think what I was saying is for those hell levels, I kind of like those dry, boring spots where you can just jump in, jump out, solo a couple mobs here and there. Only because it's easier to just In some cases, it's almost easier to just jump on and jump off. However, the counter argument is sometimes it's better just to find a good group and grit through. I don't know what's happening here. I really am tempted to heal. Yeah, my pet needs to kind of hang back here, so pet guard. I'm going to do that just because I don't want it to wander around the corner like that if I tend to peek. Thing is, if I tell my pet to back off now, he's going to come back to this corner. So that guard could be bad, it could be good. I'm going to toss out a heal here. He's coming back with low health. I'm also going to toss out a regen. Or sorry, quickness haste. And oh, he's going for the heal. I'm going for the slam, which I missed. I could use a new talisman pretty quick here. Which means I'll hit Ixlotl with a new talisman as well. Let's get him first, because it's going to heal him. Oh my god, that did like no healing to him. It heals me by a lot. That did like fuck all to him. That's funny. See, I'm going to use a talisman on me, and that's going to heal me by quite a bit. I'm at 50. What was that, 20%? Oh, gonna root. And then those fuckers should move. Yeah, our homies will move out of the way there. It would have been better if you dragged them to the other side so my pet could get it. Nice. Yeah, like, because then I can get my pet in there too. But because my pet's over there, I gotta fucking type pet follow. And then get him in on this angle. No, that did not work out. Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm better off medding. I'm just wasting shit. I think that's just about what a heal would do.
Root.
Probably a little bit less. Put pet on this one, Ryan, and keep him rooted. Maybe we can break them up by 30 seconds or so. I don't think my pet's gonna kill him, but my pet could use a haste. Go for the balls. Don't stop until someone yells Free Willy. Which is a funny joke if you're my age and you actually know what the fuck Free Willy is. But maybe not. Maybe it's not a funny joke. Maybe it's a stupid joke. I'm good at those too. It's funny, he's trying to multitask games and he's saying when our shit goes down EQ, his shit goes down D&D, and he's like, oh fuck. So I could use a stamina buff and an agility buff, which I was talking about doing 8 minutes ago myself, but I'll get around to that now. This also means I don't even know if I gave it to them or not. I think I did. I don't know. Usually I'm a lot more on top of buffs, but this time we're just rolling. Just rolling. Whatever that means. Okay. Fuck it. Obsessed. just sit still in real life or in the game. He's talking with Patty Smith, who's, I guess, pissed and shit herself on stage. So I'm like, that's an awesome profession when that's considered legendary. Just fair. Yeah, buddy. I do like this experience. It's nice to just kind of jump on and go through almost a full level in one session. Like, that's cool. This wouldn't happen at the guards. I totally take it back. The guards are a decent experience. They're not quite this good though. Ooh, 1 minute on those timers. 1 minute on the spawn timers. Nice, he's got that shit ironed out. What did it gain? 2045? Maybe roughly. Not quite, but
Haste other.
okay, who did we just lose haste on? On my pet? No. That's weird. Oh, haste. Fuck. It's funny because it's directly supper time right now, so I'm getting all retarded. I probably should eat at some point. I don't know if I thought we were taking a break, but maybe not. They're talking about splitting the timers up more. So push through. Okay, so I know he needs strength, and then I'm done with the strength. And he needs haste. Stupid telescope. That effect drives me nuts. I'm surprised I don't get a headache from that. Okay, he's good with the haste. Zentik, my pet's haste is running out soon. Pandem needs regen soon. Look at that effort. That wolf effort. Okay, let's get some candy done. Get that mana back.
Fizzle.
So I got 3 minutes of my own regen. I will redo my pet's haste. There's just so much dispel going on, and I'm hardly paying attention to my buff timers. I just let them know to let me know if they want any buffs. Cool, got them all. Good to know we're good on the buffs, which is awesome because I'm good on mana. Other than the fact that we both need regen soon, which is a killer. So I'm over buffing 2 minutes. I could wait 2 minutes on that regen, but you know, whatever. Let's get that up. It's like Zao. It's just one of those buffs that's nice to always have up. So And it's the times when you don't overbuff like that it fades right when shit's hectic and going down, and then your regen fades. That's not good. So at least if we ever overbuff by 2 or 3 minutes, we're avoiding that situation. Hopefully not causing that situation. That wouldn't be the goal. Okay, we got one. Let's get him. Get him. So he needs a heal and he needs a regen. And then Pandem needs a new haste. And I'm gonna go. Oh, we got this. This is the greenie. So we're just gonna let my pet get him. So I took my pet off the other one, stuck him onto the greenie, and I'm gonna go back to what I was doing, which is setting up to go candy crazy and ditch some health for mana. Okay, here we go. It's like a ride. Here we go. I'm good there. Oops. Just a spaz with my buffs. It's kind of what happens, I think, when I'm paying so much attention like I am and there's a bit of a lull. I look for things to do. I think that's why I'm so over buffy. Anyway, I think it's just to fill that lull period, to just keep productive, stay on efficiencies and whatnot, even if I am not. By overdoing it. Give me something to do. I do like this little cave though. This is a nice spot. Giant fucking paw paintings on the wall. With blood dripping off them, maybe like painted out of blood. I like it. That's a good question. If Pandem's playing D&D, what character is he? What class? A sorcerer would be my personal favorite, just because, you know, fireball, badass. But they're all good. Clerics, man, clerics in D&D are strong as fuck. Like, too strong. Especially depending on what D&D you're playing. Whoops. Where you can do the fire deity and get fireball right off the fucking bat, like whenever, level 4 or whatever. But it's level 3 spell, level 4 spell, I don't know. But that's fucking crazy. A cleric wearing plate and throwing fireballs. Like later on, they even get like haste if you take the haste deity as well. It's just clerics are strong as fuck in D&D. And in fact, clerics are strong as fuck in P99 too. We just fought maybe even 1 or 2 clerics there at the same time, and that was a brutal fight. It's like fighting 4 mobs at once because they get that complete heal and like the big nuke. Mind you, that big nuke does a lot of damage. It's not super mana efficient on them though, so they could probably only pump out 1 or 2 of those, maybe 3. However, nukes in this game are devastating. Like my nuke, my Frost Slam, Winter's Roar, sorry. It's only level 34 spell, but it does 250 damage, I think. And well, I'm gonna cancel that if I can. So I tried to use bash. Okay, I'm gonna put my pet in the game here, and I'm gonna refresh haste on our homies because it's running out. And I totally forgot what I was talking about, which happens. I wonder what all this shit is that I'm looting. Like, just fucking looting stuff. Got me some wolf's bane. Kill some fucking werewolves. Crush that shit up. Put it in some water. Spray it on him like a cat. I don't know. A spray bottle. Oh, rat. Coming. Ooh, see, nuke. Takes a shit ton of health. I kind of do want to heal. I'm going to do it. So it's not super great to heal when they haven't put any beats down, when they haven't hit him at all, because I'll jump right up the aggro list, whereas they haven't really been hit. The monks haven't been given a chance to do any damage. So I wanted to avoid playing aggro right off the bat, but at the same time I was very tempted to heal. Oh look, I conveniently have both my cannies on the bar here, so let's get rid of some health. Get that mana. I don't know if my pet's in here. Oh, it was stunned. The stupid fuckers stunned my pet a lot. Alright, so we just ditched. Okay, I'm gonna go in for this slam. And I had telescope on, which was annoying as fuck.
Fizzle.
So it's like, in some cases slam is good, but in some cases it just doesn't matter. Like I used slam and I think it even got him with that heal there, but then they just immediately start trying to cast heal again. And if your DPS is not good enough to just drill them right down while they recast, then well, they end up recasting. It is what it is. Do what you can. Oh, I think we got one incoming. Put the pet on that. Everybody's got haste. We got 4 minutes on regen and haste. That's a bad chunk. I got a heal is what I got. I could start slowing maybe. Yeah, we tried that. This shit was just getting resisted. Ooh, what is this guy? It's a strong one. Okay, this is a bit of an overheal. A little soon on this one. Oh, nice. Just perfect. Just perfect. In fact, it is an overheal because he's got regen and XR regen, so he'll be full health right away. Not a big deal. Let's get some loots. Okay. Ooh. Get the pet in there. I don't like that I'm gonna have to cast 3 hastes and a regen at the same time. So I'm gonna get the regen out of the way right now.
Fizzle.
Okay, we're gonna clear those corpses. Hang out, meditate, get some mana back. Okay, so we'll stick the pet in there. Okay, so we got the haste running out 1.5 minutes. Go ahead and do that on the Puller Exlotto. And split them up a little bit. So I'll give it 1 minute or 30 seconds or so until I do the next one. Just so they're not all at once. It's a bit rough on the mana. And that happens from a med break. You sit there and you get full mana, so you just buff everybody, boom, 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 boom. And then all of a sudden, the next time everybody's due for buffs, they're all due for buffs all at once, and all of the buffs are due. And you're not necessarily going to be that good with your mana to be ready for that. So I'm trying to stagger them out just a little bit. Every little bit might help here in this case. So there's a pop in 30 seconds, a spawn that's about to happen right in our faces. He always punches me. We're gonna get him this time. Oh, excuse me. Boom, there he is. Get him. Oh, Axolotl feels a bit dispelled, so I got something. Hope, maybe. Most likely it got something. It's possible. Sometimes it says that and spell lands, but there's still some sort of resistance at play and none of your spells get actually taken off. So that does happen occasionally. However, there's no way for me to know unless he tells me something actually faded that he wants back. Excuse me. Ooh, I have 666 gold. Are we about to wipe? That would be fucked up if we really did. Oh, that's cool. This thing went into my range. It's got an effective glimpse, which I imagine is similar to the fucking telescope. I don't know. Effect telescope. So not the same, but maybe similar. I can't remember what glimpse does. Of course, I don't want to use it because I don't know what it is in a group anyway. Okay, take a seat. Damn, I'm getting tired. Stupid dispel. Again, he feels dispelled, so it's just getting him. Stupid telescope.
Regen other. Just need to get some water and a bite. Ooh. Sure I was casting there because I was going for a canny. I just didn't hear it. Well, the mob got a heal off. Shouldn't do that, whatever. Ooh, I'm slow. I'm encumbered. Oh, sit aggro. Took a hit for 68. So that's these guys full damage because I was sitting. How's regen doing? Oh, that's why. So again, this is bad to buff a puller. Good, there's small singles though. Most of the singles we're pulling at this point because we got the cycles so ironed out, but definitely don't want to click gate by accident. That wouldn't be good. Probably happened before. I don't know if I've done that, but I'm sure somebody has. Well, I'm sure a bard, or sorry, a druid or a wizard has ported everybody by accident or evac'd everybody by accident. I'm sure that's happened too. Shit happens. And that's how you learn. What's that whip? Rainwater. A Nullhide Lariat. It's got a stun effect on it. I don't know if that's good or if it's pet trash or what do we got. I don't know. Just looting shit. Nobody's really looting. Monks don't loot that much because they don't like the change. When they hold a bunch of weight, like in coin, it fucks up their armor class. So my pet needs a haste, we'll redo that. And waiting tape. Waiting for spawns. Waiting for spawns. The XP's coming in. I like it. It's funny, we've got the camp split up. I do have to take a piss, so this works great. Oh, okay, so we're gonna add another extra 2 minutes. The other monk's gonna be AFK, so I will take advantage of that. Grab something to eat real quick.
Regen other. Haste other. Haste other.
Okay, gotta get haste on everybody again. And then take a look at the regens, which is only up on Exlotl, so we'll put one up on Pandem and a new one up on me because it's about to fade. And then my pet could use another haste as well.
Fizzle.
Shouldn't leave myself at full health like that. Just let Chloroplast do some work. Switch that into mana. And speaking of, so I'm gonna refresh that. Boom. Back on track. Cool. I like being back on track like this. I like fighting the singles like this. This is just a nice clean camp experience to just fly. That's a greenie. He's green. Not worried. I switched my pet to hit him. Basically, my pet needs to hit him once because I didn't touch the greenie, but my pet did. For balls. Free Willy. Don't Free Willy. High belt and a coif. A ringmail coif. Oh, I didn't actually finish explaining. While I bought the chipbone bracelets, I also bought a Bat Fang headband for 40 plat. So 3 wisdom for 40 plat. That was a good deal too. Because I had the Savant's cap on my head before, which was 3 stamina. So nothing. And I can sell that for 30 plat, I believe. So really, I just traded hats and got a better one for 10 plat. I really do like the experience though. It's nice to almost be level 40. Getting up there. Started at level 16 in this little journey. I mean, obviously I started at level 1 in this journey, but since I started streaming, that is, I started at level 16. So 16 to 39 in a month. I think this is concluding my 4th week on Sunday. So it's pretty good. Not bad. It's a lot of fucking video games though. Goddamn. Get Axolotl needs regen in 2 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Even though I should give him junk buffs because he's getting dispelled so much. So a junk buff is just when you put kind of a useless buff up top or just something else up top, and typically, not always, but typically dispel will take like the top spell of your buff list. Not always, but if it does, it'll take the junk buff. So I think the way that it works with dispel, and I could totally be wrong here, I think it takes your top buff if they use a lower level dispel, like a cancel magic or something. We'll take, I don't know, like a lower level dispel will take the top buff, 1 buff, but a higher level spell like level 60 dispel or something, I think takes like 3 buffs and takes them at random. So maybe as you go up, maybe there's a mid-range spell that, you know, takes debuffs a buff at random, dispels a buff at random. You know, maybe it's not always the top buff. I don't know, maybe I'm talking on my ass, but that's just the way I think it works. So my my faction is getting better with the guards of Kinos, who I have just slaughtered in the past few days. Like, just slaughtered them at the bridge there. That's going to be a big nuke. See, that's a cleric nuke. It's a decent amount of damage, but it sucks up all their mana. So actually, because I have so much mana, I'll go ahead and just throw a heal out. And then I need to toss out some new haste anyway, so that's what I'll work on. And then canny up a bit. And this is a pretty chill camp. Pandem can use a haste. Like, this is just as chill as the North Granite Guards, really, the way we've got the spawn timers all evened out like this, and we like have a big break in the middle. That's kind of how the guards were. I had like a 2-minute break in between there. Sometimes if I got a clarity when I was killing the guards, because it's right by the zone line, so sometimes people will trade you a Sal for clarity as I'm killing. I'd have a 4-minute break in between. You know, that actually is a decent chunk of time where you can get up and do shit and then come back and I mean, you can't do that much in 4 minutes, but when you're playing for a long period of time, that 4-minute break seems like a lot. It's a valuable break. Especially because EQ moves so damn fast. Like, you can't even go like get a glass of water without being like, oh fuck, am I getting hit? Like, just it's a captivating game. And that's part of what makes it so fun, is it's so immersive. You have to be in it to play it. Like, you're in it. You don't get to just like wander off and do real life shit. You're fucking in this. This is your character right now. This is what you're doing. It's like it's like, not only is the first MMO, but it's like the first experience that's so immersive. It's kind of like VR, but not, you know, just because you have to get in there. I do like this spot. This is really dope. It's nice to have Invis. Level 29 I got Invis. That was a bit of a haul. Yeah, I could have used it. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. The thing is, I could have used it around level 25 when I was going to high keep to get past the high keep guards, and that's kind of when I could have used Invis. When I actually did use it at 29, the first time I did use it was to get through high keep. So basically we need a full rebuff. That's fair. I'm going to focus on Zlotl here. I'm going to skip myself for the talisman. And just do that when it's necessary. I did recently give him an AC buff. I imagine that all got erased though. He's been dispelled so many times, like who knows what's on him anymore. Mine. Oh fuck. These will be heavy. Let's ring my pants. It's probably like 12 pounds. 7.5. Damn. I'm not gonna be able to move without Sow. I don't have Sow in here. Okay, everybody's got regen, everybody's got haste, we're good. Axolotl moving on to health. Excuse me, stamina buff. I'll give you a nimble. I'll put strength over the heal. I haven't really had to heal in a while here. Let's see if I can hammer out an agility and a strength on both these homies real quick. With this stupid telescope. And I'll hook up Pandem with the strength. Okay, gotta fix that before I do anything, and then I can canny. I've said it a million times, it's not good to replace your main heal when you're the healer, just for a buff. It's totally not worth it. In that case, it's pretty safe though. You don't want to get caught doing it, I should clarify. So out of all those buffs that I did, I didn't hit myself. Which is funny because that's where I kind of gauge my timer. I don't know what that fucking thing is doing. Having a heart attack over the hill. Okay, what are we at? What are we on? Nimble? I'll give myself stamina, I guess. I'm gonna skip the talisman as well. And then I gave them strength, so I'll have to give myself strength as well and catch up here. It's funny, I'm just buffing weird. What level can you do here, Pan? But he is 45, isn't he? I don't know what he means by that. Solo. Maybe he means solo here. Oh, cam failed again. I don't know why it does that. I think I caught it real quick though. Boom. Right when something hit me in the face. Oh. Oh, he fucking hits hard, damn. My Chloropass will fix that up though. I don't need to heal myself. Well, yeah, he just smashed that thing. So he's talking about staying until like 47 or 48, staying in this spot. But then things start to get green. I'm not a fan of killing light blues. When things are green, it's just time to go. There's so many places to go in this game. There's no reason. Like, I really do. I've been talking about it, and I've spent a lot of time at the North Carolina Guards, but you know, there's other places to go. Yeah, he's got a good point though. The zone experience modifier in this zone is really good. So, you know, a green here is like a dark blue somewhere else in theory. You know, in a certain manner of thinking, I suppose. Okay, so we're running out of haste and regen on pretty much everybody.
Haste other.
So let's just start with the hastes.
Haste other.
Gotta toss out the regions. I don't envy the monk at this point. I have been here where you don't like it. It seems like you didn't memorize the spawn cycle, and I never really did either after a while, because I get to this point right now that I'm at where I'm sort of lethargic, just kind of going through, just because the experience is so good. So before you put in half an hour here, you get right now put in a half an hour more, and it's like putting in an hour and a half at the guards. Maybe not quite that dramatic, but you know, something to that effect. So that's why you kind of push out for maybe a 3-hour session or whatever. That's ideal, I think, if you want to move the experience bar forward. I would say you need like 3 hours to play this damn game. to really see any benefit per session. So it's a tough game to play. You know, it's not like World of Warcraft where you can play for 20 minutes while you've got half an hour to kill or something, you know, and actually make progress. You need to kind of sit there and really get after it in this game. But that's what makes it so fun too. It's like you're really in it. Okay. I'm ready to heal and ready for my pet to get in there. What do we need? We need some buffs. We need a regen on Pandem. And we need a haste on Exlotl. And Exlotl could use a new regen as well while I have so much mana. And then Pandem could use a heal. He's got Mend Up if he needs it. There it is. Okay, this thing's healing. I'm going in for the slam, which did not connect, so that was not useful. There's a big stun. So that I could say calling me if the spells by the effects, the graphic, he was going for stun there. We got 2 regens out and 3 hastes out. We are all good. Ouch, I'm staticky as fuck. I'm getting shocked by like everything. Because I'm squirming away here. Okay, yeah, I'm good on all the buffs. Like, we're good. We're just smashing here. Smashing. You know, after almost 3 hours. Oh, nice. We got a 5-minute break coming up. What do you know? And I'm on top of mana like hardcore too. Everybody's been rebuffed pretty well. So it's like, this is typically when you should add some mobs into the rotation. However, we've got a monk who's like semi-AFK doing shit. So we can just kind of take it easy. Take it easy. Got all those corpses. I don't think anybody's really looting. Okay, we got 2 coming. Just the one. I was ready to root though. Ready to root split. So I think this is the last one. Last pop, then 5-minute break. Oh, we didn't get this guy last time. So, there's the heal. I'm going in for the slam. I don't have slam up yet. I was able to use it there, but it didn't land. So he's healing again. I'm going to stand up. I don't have slam. I use slam. It didn't land. I'm trying though. Dope. Dippity dope, bitty doop, bitty doop. So as I was saying, 4 minutes break. Okay. So taking full advantage of these little breaks. That's so funny.
Paste other.
All right, we're back. Okay, everybody's all buff still. That's cool. Cool in the gang, man. Still rebuff though. Ooh, I should not buff him. He's not beside me.
Interrupted. Fizzle.
Rebuff the pet though. Get it going. Okay, so I could use some armor class. Everybody could. Who's not regenning? Nobody, everybody's good. So that's probably fine still. Spear he's got on. Oh, there's another monk in here. Funky Fist. A lot of awesome names in this game. Where were your fists? There, Funky. Oh, I'm getting attacked with the greenie, I bet. Yep. Just put the pet on that. And Talisman is next. Oh yeah, wait. Axolotl needs, what do you need, bud? Regen soon. But I hooked him up with a shield. I will hook him up with a regen now because he's pulling. Get that out of the way. Yeah, I just didn't notice the genotype missing there. My bad. So, okay, we gotta loot some shit here. That's probably fine still. I'll take that too, whatever that is. like, what is all this stuff? Oh, that's a person. I saw a little fucking spear or staff, and I'm like, loot it. What am I picking up here? What is that? Is that good? No, that's not good. It's all just trash. However, one of these is good. Mask? Yeah, the mask is okay. Save 5 magic. Magic save is good. So magic is like nukes. Most nukes. Some nukes, I should say, because there's a lot of fire nukes and shit too. But there's a lot of magic nukes from enchanters and clerics, and I don't know. Lots of shit's magic. Talisman HP. I don't think I hit anybody with that yet. So Pandem needs regen. And then I'll hit Exlotto with the Talisman. I'll do, I keep saying it'll heal, but it doesn't really seem to heal him very much. Heal them a little bit. That's what I'm used to seeing. Last time I didn't see that. And then I'll hit myself with the same spell.
Fizzle.
Set that timer. I'm gonna go into super candy mode, put on both, and just motor down. Fuck, I love that. It's just so much more convenient than sitting up and standing, or just sitting down and standing up over and over. Oh, you ain't gonna dispel me, buddy. Totally used a slam there and interrupted that dispel. And you're gonna be landing on me. So I'm gonna go for a slam again. I think I landed. Yeah, I got that as well. A bash for 1 damage and interrupted. Nice. Cool beans. So I'm casting a haste. I might. Oh, he's got a. Whatever, it landed. He's got a fairly fresh haste. He didn't really need that. I was saying a long time ago that people sometimes don't like to loot in the early levels because you get so much more later on. And here we are, level 40, 45, and hardly even looting. Considering the classic endgame is 50. It's kind of crazy that the classic endgame is 50, and this monk is saying you could just stay in SplitPaw until 48, you know, and these guys will eventually turn green. But, you know, if the max classic level is 50, I don't know, this monk's pretty geared out, so he's talking about soloing. I guess the point I'm trying to get to is that maybe the experience modifier is a little bit high. Mind you, there's got to be somewhere, right? If it's not here, it would just be Soul B, and that's where you would go to get 50. So, but Soul B is where it should be. Like, Soul B is a massive fucking dungeon, and it's fucking huge, and it's got fire giants deep in there, and just all kinds of cool shit. Like, that's kind of where, I don't know. There's probably a shit ton of people there right now. Soul Dung Bee, I don't know why it's called that. Only 5 people there? That's weird, man. Like, that place should be fucking loaded. 13 players here, ranging from 30, you know, lots of 30 to 40. $11 people in Kazakh the Wolf. From, you know, those people usually would probably be in Soul B right there. The whole group of people. I don't know. I am talking on my ass a little bit, but who's missing haste? My pet is. just seems weird to me that nobody's in Solby right now. That's all I'm saying. I love the place, so it's sort of sad to me to see it be empty. Although I do fucking hate that they see invis, so fuck that shit. That part does annoy me, that they see right through invis and kind of gank you at the door, which is nice. Which is why it's nice. The Royals camp is right there. It's like right by the door. Sometimes you need to run right through. So I believe, if memory serves, the way I used to go to Royals, I believe in the stream we went straight right off the entrance and then kind of weaved around that way. However, the way I used to go is left, but I think you have to go through a different camp, which is called the window camp, or the windowed camp. And once you pass that, you're right up at Royals. That's what I recall, anyway. It's by memory, so it could be slightly inaccurate.
Interrupted.
Oops. Huh, I wonder if you're able to cancel casting with the jump? No. I thought maybe the bar would stop. But you are able to jump while casting. Which I didn't really realize you could do. I'm so fucking loaded down with stuff. Just slow as fuck. I can't even make myself a spirit pouch. Not that it would make a difference at this point anyway. But maybe I should stop looting fucking all this shit. But I feel like we're gonna leave soon, maybe. So fill the bags, and when I gate, I'm pretty close to the centaur vendor, which is I can use. Oh, got some Sid aggro there. Fucking nailed me. Doubled me for 96 and then a 26 bash. Damn. Took out 20% right there. We're all good for buffs. I'm good for mana. Pandem does not have a talisman though, I know that. His would have faded a long time ago. He's not so buffed. I mean, if I wanted to, I could drain some mana on buffing Pandem. Because I think I skipped him the entire last time. Because he's... Oh, we got a pop here. So I'm going to go in for a root. Rotted. I spelled... Oh man, I'm so fucking slow. So here's a fire nuke. Coming in on Pand. Oh, got interrupted. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, we're smashing him. It's going down. Oh, nice. He just used mend.
Rude.
Throw out haste. These guys are just not looting anything. A split paw. I imagine that does not sell well. Oh, now there's 5 charges on this one. I don't even know what's going on with the loot situation. I've never really been here. I don't know what to pick up and what not to pick up. But I'll pick up the heavy stuff that sells well. It's annoying to run with without Sal, though. Walk with without Sal. If there's no mob in front of me, I'll refresh regen. There's 2 minutes left, but I'm got so much mana here.
Haste other.
Lost haste on Xlotl. Oh, I'm so slow right now. Like almost too slow. I feel like I should ditch a couple things maybe. The fucking legs, those are so heavy. Or I don't even know. Fuck it. I'll stop thinking about it and just sit here. Med up. I look for things to do in between the pull cycles. So I see that I get kind of bored a bit and look for things to kill, look for things to rebuff.
Fizzle.
Let's redo the main ones, I guess. It's 2 minutes on the mob. I'm gonna level pretty soon. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's a good experience, no doubt. You know what? I think what I'll do, I think the group's probably gonna end pretty quick anyway. But even if it doesn't, we're just gonna continue doing this and have this if a 5-minute AFK break, you know, every time. Not necessarily gonna leave every time, but I don't think it's gonna be a much more of an exciting stream other than this. I think we kind of caught the idea of it, and I think I can kind of just wrap it up, and then maybe I should wait till I ding, you know, a little bit more dramatic that way. But yeah, once I level, I think I'll wrap it up because there's not going to be a ton more to see. We're just going to keep doing the same cycle here. And I mean, who wants to watch this for more than 3 hours? Probably not a lot of people. That's just sadistic. You should be playing it for 3 hours. Ooh, that was a big nuke, and I'm ready to heal. Oh, he used mend.
Regen other.
Oh yeah, regen. Nice, thanks Gina. Fucking dispel coming in. What's going on with my cursor? There it is. So Xolotl definitely needs a haste. There's no doubt about that. And he also needs a regen. But anyway, what I was saying is once I level, I'll probably wrap this up because it's just going to be, if we continue, it'll be just more of the same. You're basically just going to listen to me drone on about refresh and regen. I don't think there's really any chance we're going to wipe. So I don't think it's going to get any more exciting than it has been. The fact that we're waiting on spawns. Yeah, I don't think we're going to wipe. I mean, it's possible, no doubt. And we're buried, I don't know. I never know which is the right term there, buried or buried. Anyway, we're so far just in this dungeon, like in this random spot. It looks like it's a little bit of a solo spot, so that monk Funky Fists logged in, probably hoping there was nobody here, so they could just solo a bit. Anyway, it probably seems like a bit of a solo spot, and not. The point I'm trying to get around to is that it's a safe spot, and I don't think we're gonna get trained by a bunch of people. You know, there's not a ton of shit. There we go. Might leave after the next round, after the first spawn or next room. Fuck it. Just type all that for nothing, whatever. Don't matter. You know I'm getting tired, man. But it's a fantastic fucking group. This is great. 3 hours too. Like, that's 3 hours for a level. That's pretty good at this range at level 39. Level 40 next. It's a fucking hell level. That's gonna suck. What I would ideally like to do is get a group in Kazakh and hammer that out, though. That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a fun way to get through the hell level. Is my pet in there? I don't know if it was. I'm gonna go try to slam, but it's not up yet. I didn't get to slam that one. I'll be ready for the next one. I think he's casting. I missed. My bash missed. I tried though. I was ready. Okay, Pandem needs a haste. So do that. Everybody's good on the regen. My pet could also use a haste, so I'll hit that up. And canny up a bit because I got full health. Never know if I should say candy up or candy down. I'll say both. I definitely say both. Might be tomato or tomato, but typically you only say one. Oh, here's our 4-minute AFK break that is we're getting famous for. I do like it though. It's a nice little break. I mean, typically in most groups, this is where you would add in an extra mob. I give the analogy before, if you were in a small round room and you're killing 10 mobs and you've got time, typically you'd go from the hallway and grab the 11th or the 12th or the 13th even, and then you got your respawn cycle. So, Wolfsbane, I don't know what it's good for, but I took up alchemy recently, so maybe it's useful. Maybe she's useful. So I guess an update there. Yeah, I did alchemy. I don't know if I actually said that on the stream or not. Oh, I did because I talked about how I wasted money into it. I think I did anyway. I've been thinking about it. Basically I wanted shrink pots. I still want shrink pots because I can't shrink myself outside. I can only use my shrink spell in dungeons. So there's some outdoor zones, like outdoor spots when you have to go in a house, like High Keep, for example, or, you know, Unrest is another outdoor zone where you go into a house, for example. You know, just shit like that. So you do need I need shrink pots, and it's kind of lame as a shaman to go buy shrink potions from another shaman. So I was like, oh, well, fuck, I could. And when I looked at the alchemy guide, it really, the shrink pots didn't seem like they're very high up. They're not really high up. It takes like 70 skill or something. Like, it's not very high up in the alchemy skill level to make the shrink pots. And the sal pots for like the leveling one, like the suggested progression route was to start with the haste pots, and I'm like, oh sweet, those will definitely sell. Oh, we're in our 4-minute AFK or 4-minute break here. Anyway, I thought that the haste pots, the sal pots sell really well, so that's kind of a good incentive to start leveling alchemy. So that's what I did. I leveled alchemy, and I think, I don't know, I put like 900 plat into it and made 600 back, so I'm down like 300, and then I think that was probably about yesterday, and then I don't know if it was last night or this morning that I redid alchemy a little bit, and because I went back to town at some point because I just have so much fucking money. Like, look, I have Elite Silver 1337. That's awesome. So I just have all this fucking change, and there wasn't any like jewels or gems on the merchants I was around to sell, or sorry, to buy back. Or if you buy an expensive gem that sells for a relatively close price, like a Peridot, for example, you can cash in your money with a merchant for a bit of an exchange rate, if you will, because you know, you buy Peridot for 9.5. I don't know. You buy a Peridot for like 10 plat and you sell it for like 9 plat. I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers, but you do lose a little bit. But when you buy it, it takes it out of your silver and your copper first. So, you know, I've got, what is that, 800 gold? So I've got 80 plat and gold. So I could buy 8 Peridots and it would clean up my gold. And then I could sell them for 80 plat. And then I would get, you know, roughly 70 plat or whatever. You get my point. I was just figuring out who needs haste. Exolotl needs haste. Fuck. Let's redo everything. Anyway, there were no like gem vendors, so I decided to go back because I was going to level alchemy anyway. And I ended up putting, I don't know, in total, like 1200 plat into it, which I didn't really expect to do. And unfortunately, I didn't even really get to the shrink pots level yet. I'm very, very close. But okay, what I'm rambling on and on about is that I put in far too big of an investment into something for my level at this point, in my opinion. I mean, I don't really need any of the potions that I've made. Eventually I'll need shrink pots, but I could have just bought them from another shaman. They were only selling for like $250 or something. They're not super expensive. I think it's 25 flat per use if you're buying them from somebody. I don't know what the cost will be when I make them. Cheaper, presumably, but how many shrink pots am I going to go through? Not that many. Mind you, later in the levels, when I'm level 50 some, City of Mist, you can go up to the upper levels. It's a really good spot. I'm going there. Like, I'm fucking going there. I don't care what the zone modifier is. I love that place. I'll definitely do a couple hours there. A lot of hours there. Once you get up on the higher levels. It's really good. But you need a shrink pot as a big guy, I think. If I recall. Maybe even as a little guy. I needed... Fuck, I don't even remember. I have to... I'll remember as soon as I see it. Or as soon as I'm rested after this long of a group. I just can't really remember. But, I think you need a shrink pot. I'll be ready when the time comes. That's the greenie. Nice, my pet got him first. Right out of the gate, just fucking bit him in the ass. Good canine. Goes for the Knoll flesh. Smells his fellow dog. Asserts dominance. Oh, somebody was looting that corpse. I didn't realize. My bad. Got one. Got one. Everybody's gonna need a strength buff pretty quick here. I'll hit the puller first. Ooh, somebody's buying no hide lariats. I'm sure I could sell it pretty easy in the tunnel, but I did pick one of those up. Now we'll see what class he is. Named. He's a conjurer, which I believe is a mage. I think we could just go magician. Yeah, conjurer. If you're ever unsure of what the title is, once you hit level 50 plus, I think you get new titles to your name. Maybe it's even, yeah. And anyway, if you're unsure, you can at least do that. Like, make a guess. If that was out in East Commons and you didn't want to do who magician because there'd be fucking 30 or 40 of them, and you'd be like, which one is it? You could do who all magician 56. I mean, just really narrow it down. I did that way back years ago when I was learning what the fuck the titles were. You know, I didn't know if there's some I probably still would even confuse when I see them. Like a Shadow Knight and a Warrior. I think I get those two confused, maybe even still. Mind you, it's been so long since I played, and I haven't paid attention to those levels at all. I can't even go by memory to recall what they are. But I know them when I see them. Just when I saw the Conjurer, I would never have been able to tell you what a magician turns into a conjurer. No, I could never tell you that. But reading Conjurer, I could tell you it's a magician just by memory, not even by logic, not by putting it together that magicians conjure items and shit, and so they're a conjurer and they conjure pets, etc., just purely off of word memory. Anyway, I'm rambling. It's a good thing we're breaking soon, because I need a break. Super good for mana. I may have already hit him with strength. I don't know. Didn't know. Oh, he's casting a nuke. Ready for a heal. Oh, it got interrupted. Nice. Those flying kicks did their job. He's going in for another nuke. I'm going in for a slam. Got it. Boom. Like that play-by-play. That was dope. Crushed it. Health and agility are fading. So I'm a big fan of double tapping F keys to get a hold of those pets targeted. So of course I'm F1 to target myself. So if I hit F1 twice, I'll get my pet. So if I target Xlotl with F2, target myself with F1, and then hit myself again with hit my pet with F1. You can do that with other people too. If Xlotl, I can target him with hitting F2 on my keyboard. If he had a pet, I could double tap F2 and it would target his pet. Super helpful, almost necessary for healing. If you're considering pet health anyway. Because sometimes it's hard to click in the mess of things like this. Sometimes you get into a situation like this where you want to click on that corpse, but there's something right in your face that you can't really get past. You know, this is a poor example. This is proof of concept, if you will. You know, because it's not work there. Oh shit, now of course it's working perfectly in this case, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Going in for a dispel, fuck that. I love Slam. It's such a good fucking ability. You need a shield? No, you don't. You need a shield for Bash, which is what warriors get. Small warriors. Well, they get both. I think. If you're okay, I think all big classes get Slam, no matter what. And then warriors get a Bash ability, and some other melee classes get a Bash ability, which requires a shield. So there you go. So if you're halfling warrior, you would not have Slam, but you would have Bash. Basically what that means is you cannot block their spells when you're using a two-handed weapon if you're a small race, because you won't have Slam and Bash requires shield. So fuck, I might have tripped up my words there. I don't know if I mentioned if you're using a two-hand weapon, you would not be able to cancel a spell because you require that shield. So Fine Steel, it's worth about 5 plat. Definitely worth more than this rainwater that I'll just drink, that you can't drink, so I'll just delete it, destroy it. How are we doing on buffs, boys? Good. I've just turned into a buff bot. I have like full mana now. We're just crushing this shit. Going for it. Oh, rainwater. They're just smashing this shit now that they've got we've got the haste and the regens locked down and the spawn timers singles. I don't know what the oh, I could just drink. Oh, cool. It's like a little book. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's dope. Da-da-da. Yep, now it's a hell level. So the long grind. Okay, so what was that fucking thing that I opened up? So I'm at full mana and just like trying to keep everybody buffed here because I can. So the RFS, oh fuck, it's a haste item, I think. I just can't remember what the fuck it stands for. I can't even remember what it is now that I'm thinking too hard. I'm definitely tired. Get him. And we move the pet back and put it on the right target. It didn't even matter. The right target's dead anyway. Get him. Axolotl needs some shit, so I'm gonna give him some stamina, some regen. And I'm gonna hit Canny out once. And then give him some haste. And then I'm gonna hit Canny up again and do the same for Pandem. And I suppose I could throw out a heal. That's kind of what I'm here for. That's the first heal I've had to do in a while.
Root.
Probably because buffs faded, maybe. As to why I had to heal there.
Fizzle. Haste other.
So I do think the regen that I have goes a real long way when it's stacked with the XR regen. They're just so good.
Fizzle. Fizzle. Fizzle.
Yeah, I'm not full man anymore. That was a pretty big rebuff I just did. And we still got more to go, but I'm going to hang tight for now. I picked up my belt, which I know I can get rid of this Wolf's Bane. I'm not going to need that. Who knows? Maybe that was worth flooding plaid or something. Worth way more than this fucking belt. Yeah, the scroll I want to open. It's volume 4. It's volume 3. Cool. Wonder. Yeah, that's all I got. Okay. The Verishi Mal were then ruled by the Ishva Mal, hard and stem rulers. In the old tongue, Ishva meant supreme and Mal meant ruler. Ah. Ishva meant supreme and Mal meant ruler. Neat, because these are all called Mals. Beneath the Ishva, there were the Rosh and the Tesh, the caster and the warrior castes. Above the Rosh and the Tesh were the Nish, the spiritual leaders of the Verishamal. Shortly after the abolition of the old ways, the Ishva, the Nishval, formed a council of 9, which still rules us to this day. Oh, there's no second page. Oh, I have volume 4. The Council of 9 has ruled us faithfully for many a year now. We find peace in our lives and vow to not harm one another. There are still many factions that wish to return to the old ways, but the current council has opposed those ideas in chamber. They suspect at this time that there may be someone working with the council to return the Verishi to the old ways. This must not happen. This must not happen at any cost. I was looking for a button to see if I could turn the page or something. Nope, that's it. That's all she wrote. Literally. Fuck, that telescope effect is annoying. Sometimes I feel like it's on when it's not even on, and I get all tripped out and I feel all dizzy, and it's not even on. It's fucking, I can't wait to get rid of it. Level 40 and I'm still doing that shit. Okay, I got Canny down hard here. Okay, Xlotl needs a lot of buffs here. I'm gonna hit him up with an agility and a haste. And that's it. That's it. A little over dramatic on my part, maybe. Doesn't need a lot of buffs. He's good. He's fine. What's next, though? Quickness on the pet. Okay. Ooh, there's another one of those scrolls. There's another one. I want them now. Okay, I'm going to destroy the ones that I have. Switch to volume 3 and 4. We'll see what volumes these are. Volume 3. Volume 2. Okay. Well, we're about to get a prequel. Going back from volume 4 to volume 2. History of the Verishimel. Our forefathers gave us many tasks to better us. We learned the way of the sword and the way of magics. At each test we proved victorious and for a time quite prosperous. In time we grew to be a large race and created a ruthless empire that spanned many a mile. Our worth was broken down into a caste system and many were made slaves. And that's when we jump into the volume 3, which is basically just describes which type each name is. Okay, these ringmail sleeves will probably sell for a couple plat. A little under half a bub to go, then I definitely need to scoot. Not working tomorrow, but moving and loads of shit to do still. It's 3 a.m. for him.
Haste other.
Who did haste fade from? My pet. That's easy to fix. Sweet. Really, really good experience. I'm happy with that. It's nice to be all level 40 now, and this is going to be level 40 for a while. I don't know where I'm going to get my experience here. I said I'd like to go to Kazakhstan. It would be kind of cool just to bang it out there in a dungeon. Who knows, get into another group, kind of smooth group like this. Maybe I'll end up back here tomorrow night. You know, maybe these dudes want to do this tomorrow night. Although it's 3 a.m. for the guys, so maybe doesn't want to do it tomorrow. It's only 7 p.m. for me, but I'm definitely due for a break. Probably for the night. But tomorrow, crack into 40 somewhere. Don't know where. I haven't given it too much thought yet, and this is kind of me not actually thinking about it, but just putting it on the mind. Oh, cool, I'm getting better at meditate by sitting here. So it kind of just proves, not that there was anything to prove, no question about it, but kind of proves you don't need to have the meditate button pressed, because I wouldn't have been able to skill up if I wasn't doing it. So clearly my character is actually doing it. Here we go. It's popping off. Boom. Boom. Going canny crazy here to fix my massive unevenness. What level is Pandem? Oh, he's 45, so I think he might even be in hell level 2. I can't remember what the hell levels are. I think it's every 5 levels, but now I don't even remember. I said it before, and then I forgot, and then I looked it up, but now I forget. It's too long into this grind to remember things. I don't know why he said welcome back. That's what WB means. Maybe that D&D group is done. Which wasn't very long for D&D. But I don't know. Just showed some hastes. Some new hastes. I really do like being the canyon. I've said it 100 times because it's so awesome. It was worth the 1.5k that it cost me to buy Canny 2. Now I don't have to do the quest or any of that shit. It's just good. It's done. Have it. It's the same thing I would do if I was a melee class. Fuck going to camp in FBSS. I mean, it is super fun to camp an item and loot it and wear it yourself. Like, there is nothing better. And then later on, you get to be like, oh man, I looted this myself. But fuck the FBSS. I've done it. I don't want to do it again. It took way too long. Got it though. That's something I'm happy just to pay for. I realized too, like this time around, you better. Oh, there's the greenie that comes for me every time. Get him, pet. I realized too this time around, you're better off just to do like what I did, like grind North Corona guards or guards that drop fine steel. Just something that gives you money no matter what, and then you can buy whatever you need to get. That's a bit of a cheesy way to do it, but when you're buying a spell, it's actually a great way to do it because I don't want to do the quest and I was gaining experience the whole time. I was killing those guards. So you kind of want to play strategically if you can, I guess. Maybe not strategically, but you know, don't squander your plat. Don't buy shit just because like all the stuff that I've bought has been super cheap. You know, it all kind of adds up to a little bit, but it's like it's got a high amount of wisdom for the price. Each piece is like that. There's no piece that I have that's super expensive. Everything. Let's see. This was This was 350 plat. I think that was the most I spent on anything. Yeah. That was the most I spent on anything, so... 350. Not very much. He's missing haste. The 1.5 thousand plat pieces I used on my spell. You want to save the plat for the big ones. And mind you, do as I say, not as I do, because I squandered a bunch of my plat on learning alchemy, which I think is not stupid. I just think for it being my first character in Green server, it was a little bit early to kind of just drain. Even after I sell all the potions that I made, probably drain 600 plat learning alchemy. At this point already, what's it going to cost? To go a little bit further to get to that shrink pots, which I'm already committed to at this point. I can't not do it now. The extra 250 plat it'll cost me to level alchemy to get shrink pots, I would have to spend buying a shrink pot. So at this point, I'm sort of kind of pot committed, if you will. But point being, I squandered a bit of my plat doing that, going into alchemy and shit. Oh, another one of these. What do we got? Volume 2. We already read Volume 2. Ooh, that one actually might be good, the necklace. I think I bought one of those, or I might even be wearing one, or I was wearing one. Okay, I'll just eat my food. They both have quickness, but my pet does not. We all have regen, and Pandem's quickness only has 2 minutes left. So, we'll refresh that. Other than that, we should be pretty good on buffs. I mean, with all this mana, I should be maybe tossing a nuke here and there. But there's almost no point. They do so much damage themselves. My 250 damage nuke takes all, I'm trying to use mana when I'm full mana. But I don't think it's best to just start nuking shit. Because I'm not going to do any damage, really. They do so much. They'll do that 250 in a couple seconds flat. And it'll take me a long time to get that back in med time. I'm better off to just overcast Talisman, which has a healing effect. Boom.
Fizzle.
And now he gets to keep that. Even if we log now, he gets to keep that for an hour and a bit. What? Who did I just cast that on, though?
Interrupted.
Yeah, okay, I did use one. I thought I was just using it on the same monk. Yeah, this is a long one. Creeping up to 4 hours on this group. Wicked experience, though. And it's so clean, it's so easy at this point. Everything, and I've been saying that for a while because it's so easy. I haven't had to heal much. I've been overbuffing at this point just to use mana. I'm just using mana on purpose. Oh, he's bringing on. Meanwhile, I'm buffing myself. Okay, let's give him another haste. And give him a new regen. Super over buffing here. But he's not he's not taking hits. He doesn't really need a full heal.
Fizzle.
That regen will do him up. Stacked with the XR regen. Yeah, we smash. Fuck, I'm just full of fine steel. I don't think I need that. No idea what sells for what, by the way. Oh yeah, okay, that's not as good as I thought. Maybe 5 charisma's pretty good for bards and enchanters. Oh look, I might have to heal. I'm like excited. I might have to heal. I might have to do something. True that. They both have mend if they want. You're both probably gonna use it just to spite me. That's funny. It's just funny because like there's no point for me to nuke. There's no point for me to slow because they're not fucking taking hits. Like I hardly have to heal, so it's all I have to do is keep buffs up, and that's what the reason I don't have to do anything else is just because I'm keeping the buffs up. That's kind of my priority, and when I do that, everything is fine and everybody's doing their job. I'll toss out some strengths here. I should have hit Lotto first because he runs away so fast. Probably not going to land that on him. Oh, nice. We got him. So he's going to bring one in as well because we had 2 last cycle at the same time. So I'm going to root the one he brings in. That's my plan anyway. Never mind. Everything's dead. This thing's dead. So whatever he brings in is, oh, he might have flopped it. What the hell? My pet is charmed by the guard. He's just fucking putting my pet down, man. That's hilarious. I'm so sorry. I was going for Baba Yaga, the boogeyman. So at least I have the mana to make a new one. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. I just rebuffed everybody to shit. Rip. It's pretty fucking funny though. My pet got charmed. This game's awesome. I didn't even know that would happen. I was confused as to what was going on, and I tried to use the pet back off, but it didn't do anything. So somebody just zoned in here, probably a solo area. Oh, I'm gonna make us see him. I'll do it on him first. He's the one who got smacked. Might be a rogue though. I don't think we can see rogues. I don't know. Yep, there he is. I see you. Nice, another lariat, which people like. I think these make for good pet weapons. I think for aggro reasons they proc. I'm guessing. I could toss my bandages. I mean, 12 bandages is not a big deal. I feel like these split paws are. I don't know if those are going to sell very well. I don't know what sells for what. Let's toss bandages. His buddy there is going to join him when we take off.
Fizzle.
So I will buff him. Oh, I thought he was another monk. So necros, man, necros are not to be underestimated. Fucking cam. After this long, my cam is not liking it. Anyway, necros are not to be underestimated at this level. They can be really helpful with their heals, of actually quite effective. Oh, I'm all frozen up. Anyway, their heal can be quite effective. So with the monk here, that actually will be a good duo for them. So we're just going to finish this round until the monk dings, the Xlotl dings. That's what we're going for here.
Fizzle.
That's what we're sticking around for. It's funny because it was like an hour ago that I was like, oh yeah, I'll take off now. Nope, that's how Everquest goes. When the XP's good, you just keep grinding away. That stupid telescope. Gate up. Now I could make a pet, but that will likely take all of my mana. And mind you, I'm not doing a ton of healing and shit, but it's not very good form to do that, I don't think. 2 minutes though, a minute ago. So we got another minute. Might as well just med for a minute. Yeah, I'm not bound very far away, so we're in South Carolina right now. Well, I mean, obviously we're in SplitPaw, but outside of SplitPaw is South Carolina. I'm bound just up the bridge in North Carolina. Give him a see through invis right now so I can get my heal back up, because talking about bad form, it's not good if you can't heal. I was ready to stick my pet on him. I was like, ooh, I'm ready to heal. See what I'm saying, man? I'm glad I switched that spell out. I'm ready. No, Xlotl probably needs a ton of buffs here. Go 4 minutes on regen, so that was a little unnecessary, but definitely doesn't have a haste. Oh, Xlotl's rooted. Not something I can fix, though. So I'll toss the heal here. And I could med a bit.
Fizzle.
Kind of burnt through my mana there pretty quickly. It's weird, I'm used to having a pet, so I'm like ready to stick him on him, but it's not happening. Mind you, I don't notice anything in the group. I don't notice them taking any more damage, and I don't notice the fights being any slower.
Rude.
So I can't say I really noticed my pet being gone. Other than me just pressing the button. Things still seem to be dropping at the same rate. And the incoming DPS seems to be pretty on par as to what it was before. Need a piddle before we head out? What's a piddle? Thanks, dudes. That was a fantastic group. So I just sent him a tell if he wants invis. I'm just gonna clear up that chatter. Boom. So he's got invis. I've got gate, which I'll mem now. It would suck if that spawn that's right here spawns. I'll stand over by the necro. Funny because I'm chatting to him, but he's like desperately running through the dungeon trying to find his way out, so hopefully I don't put too much pressure on him to type.
Regen.
Getting out of there. Nice to be out of there. Safe and sound. Sweet. So I was talking about the guard tower the other day by the gypsy camp in North Carolina. This is what I'm talking about. So there's the gypsy camp, there's the road, that's south, that leads to South Carolina on the bridge and shit. And then right here, there's a guard tower and there's 2 guards and they're still dark blue to me at level 40 and they drop fine still each time they die. So it actually adds up quite quick. You can make quite a decent amount of cash for the level. I was killing them at level 35. Now that they're dark blue at 40, I don't really want to kill them at 40 when I was killing them at 35. That's kind of like pathetic. However, now that I have a new pet, that would be a cakewalk, those 2 guards. Even the 3 guards by the bridge with the new pet probably makes that a lot easier. So just very, very chill if I wanted to do that. I don't really think I'll do that though. It's pretty cheese. There's got to be more cool spots to go 5 levels later than killing the same dark blue mobs. I'm kind of done with the guard grind. So I'll see if I can come up with something cool tomorrow. Anyway, this was a pretty fucking decent group. Got tons of experience there. That's a decent amount to into 40 even. And probably if I died, I'd lose my level still. So not quite safety, but close. Anyway, it was a really fun group. That was a really fun time. I haven't done a lot of SplitPaw and I like killing those gnolls. So those 4 hours went by pretty quick. Sort of. Those AFK breaks helped quite a bit, I think. Anyway, if you liked the stream, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm only level 40 and 60 is the max, and then there's rating. So there's a shit ton of content to come. So if you like it, feel free to jump in on the next one. Anyway, until the next one, I hope you guys have a good one. Cheers.